Nobody else.
All right, we going live, yo. Y'all ready?
Yeah. Damn, we're early?
We early.
Damn.
We early. I scheduled the podcast like 6 hours ahead of time so people would know we was live.
Proud of you.
Now, if we could just not get no internet lag and get kicked off, we'll be perfect. Perfect.
Man, I appreciate you jinxing
Perfect.
It wasn't a jinx until you just said it was.
Nah, man.
Ricola.
Let me upvote this video right
That
now.
was low key corny, but it's all good, man.
Yo, you got a full jacket on?
I'm kind of cold in here. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I hate having heaters on, dog.
Damn, man, you're cold. It's like 80 degrees where I'm at.
Nah, it's
Yo,
like
shout
40
outs to
something.
that. Yo, shout outs to Xbox B.
What?
Oh man.
I don't think I usually don't say that, but I've been on my Xbox One playing games. That shit is actually fire.
What games?
Them Game Pass games, B. Like I got the
$10
Game
joint?
Pass. Yeah, fam.
Yeah.
That whole is $1 right now. Yeah, you can get Game Pass for $1 right now.
But how long?
I think a month or 14.
That's long enough.
Some shit.
I mean, the $10 was cool. They talk about
yeah, $10 good.
99
I might jump on there for
Yeah.
$1 though. You know
Yeah,
what?
$1.
Let me get
I
this
had
multi
I had to cop that, B. That whole was $1, and I was like, bet. Let me go ahead and see what they got. Let's see what they talking about.
You know what? Let's get this. Let's get
Yeah.
Yo, congratulations, Marco. He said you just had a daughter. Yo, congratulations, man.
Nice. Congrats.
Shout out to everybody that's in here. We on time. I know y'all expecting us to be
Hey,
late.
congrats.
Today we on time. Today we on time, cuz.
Wait, I don't even see Marco.
Marco Mendoza.
I thought you meant the one that was doing scams. Yo, shout out to you, Marco Mendoza.
Ricky. Don't ever do that, bro.
What, bro? I'm talking about Marco Mendoza, fam. Listen,
No,
yo, shout out to
Ricky,
you.
you know what you did, dog.
No, I don't know, man. I
Ricky,
was curious.
Ricky, don't do that, man.
Nah, don't smile,
You can't
dog.
do that, bro.
Yo, who's behind you, bro?
Don't do that. EDP 445, yo, dude's the funniest sports fan possibly on YouTube, dog. This dude ain't got.
I thought that was Barry. Yeah, let's start the podcast, bro.
Barry is like freaky
wait,
Zeke.
Barry.
Like we don't know where he is.
Oh, nah. Barry got some real personal stuff going on, so
Okay.
he won't be able to be on. My bad. Yeah, he got some personal shit.
All right.
Is my Xbox visible? Because Xbox is taking dubs right now, so I need to make sure that this
What's
shit
that?
right here.
I know.
An Xbox One S that has spray paint on it, couple
1X.
scratches.
All right. Shout out
Yeah.
to Uncolored Page with the donation, by the way, baby. Getting the donations going. Thank you, bro.
Hey, thank you, man. Thank you. We
Shout
always
out to the mods. Shout out to the people watching. Dre Breezy, Fade Up, Emo, not Emo, my bad. Emo 3521. Phenomenal. Jenny Gorvey. Marquise Middleton. That's your real name. Y'all be killing me. Y'all put your whole ass name on all of YouTube. It's just crazy.
No, remember that it makes you do that when you make an account until you change it.
Do it.
Yeah.
Oh shit, I didn't know that.
Yo, what up, Daryl?
Gmail does.
We've been on YouTube so long. Like, people don't remember you couldn't have a picture. They didn't have pictures next to your name.
Man, that shit used to be weird.
There was no
YouTube
pictures.
is legendary now, though. We got a
And
Google Plus.
Your URL was your name. You couldn't change it. Then they brought Google Plus in and tried to get some of that Facebook, Instagram, Twitter love. Nobody uses Google Plus except JGott.
I do.
Wait, you use Google Plus, bro?
Yeah.
Man. What you use it for?
Before.
What you use
For
it for?
gaming communities. Nah, man. There were a lot of articles up there. I read them.
Every outlets, man, matter.
Shout out
Every
Daryl.
outlet
He said
matter.
he's graduating next week.
Yo, congrats, man.
Congrats, man.
You going to middle school next? What's up?
The Ricky and Chase origin story. I ain't got one. I do, but I ain't.
My origin stories is fucked up. But...
Facts. I know mine is. I didn't told y'all my origin story.
Yeah, and that's the other thing. Like, we could all sit up here and tell stories, but I don't really feel like putting my whole life in a general public like that. There's a lot of shit that we talk about, like, off the record that I would prefer to not talk about.
See, I'm different. I don't give a fuck. I really don't.
Yeah,
it's good sometimes to express. You know?
It depends, man.
Express.
Because what happens is, like, people open up their whole life to
What up,
YouTube,
Evan?
and then when people feel like they're a part of it, and they start shutting up to their homes and calling
Yeah,
their
that's
jobs
different.
and all that.
Yeah, well, that's different.
You know what I mean? But when you let people into your life like that, they start really feeling like they one of your family members. Some people are weird, man.
Yeah.
Message me on Messenger.
One day you gonna be chilling one day, and somebody gonna be making a sandwich in that nigga house. Bro, who is you? I watch you all the time, bro.
Yo, I wouldn't.
I've been a fan.
Warrior, bro. You said you're in middle school now. How old is you, bro?
You sound in middle school.
I found out people be letting their little kids watch my shit, and I be like, yo, what you doing, man? Like, it's 5 and 6 year olds. I'm like,
yo, I would tweet out the stream and hit that like button. We only at 149 right now. We need to be at 300 likes. There's way too many people in the stream right now to not easily hit that like button. It's nothing but a second, nigga. What is you doing?
No, I never been to jail. My record clean as fuck, bro. Not me.
My record clean as fuck. Facts.
I did get arrested for jaywalking. I ain't go to jail, but I had to go to I had to go to I mean, that's what they said.
I'm about to say, you got arrested for being black.
I had to do community service behind that shit. I literally had to do community service.
Where was he at? You in Pittsburgh? Yeah, you got arrested for being black.
I mean, it was crazy, dude. They
gave me like those type of arrests are literally because you black or of a different color, bro. Like they not really. I've never heard niggas get arrested for jaywalking.
I know in California they don't play that shit in some parts.
Like
of California,
a ticket, okay. My man got cut.
Yeah, ticket is different. They put you in the back of the cop car with the.
Did you tell him you do walkthroughs, yo?
Yeah, they walked.
I literally did a walkthrough and got my ass arrested. Put in the back of a police car right outside my fucking job.
They don't put that on your record, right?
Nah, that's what I'm saying.
No, wait, what is it called? The AC is AD something where it doesn't stay on your record at all.
Expunged?
No.
I went to the magistrate and she said, "Well, we're not going to put this on your record, but you got to do community service." I had to do 10 hours of community service at the Salvation Army.
For jaywalking?
For jaywalking.
What?
You can't make this up. You can't make this up. Damn. You can't make it up, bro. You can't. I swear to God.
Yo, people out here spray paint their buildings don't even have to do that.
And he was lying, by the way. But
man, no DLC, dog. You had to do community service.
Yo, when that happened, DLC wasn't even out.
Microtransactions, nothing. You couldn't pay your way out of that shit.
No, there was microtransactions, but that shit was like on the internet. There was all them the mafia games and all that on like Facebook and like those flash games that people was buying shit, but it wasn't like in the consoles. Now
we not finna skip past this. You got arrested for jaywalking.
You got arrested for walking a couple feet away from the actual corner.
Like that's up there with that.
Me and my cousin, they got both of us. Yo.
Wait. Quick question though. Was it during a holiday? Was it during quota time or was it during a holiday?
It was. I mean, it was quota.
It had to be quota or a holiday because they did that to my cousin. Just thinking
we ain't arrested too many of y'all. We need one, Johnson.
It wasn't holiday.
Yeah, they arrested you. They was fitting that quota, bro.
And I'm trying to. It was warm outside,
and you had a hoodie on too.
I ain't have a hoodie on. I was working at McDonald's. I had my Mick shirt on, my Mick hat. I ain't had a Mick hat on. I took the Mick.
Oh, they knew you what? They knew you wasn't Mick lit. Let's continue.
I definitely wasn't Mick lit. All right.
Bro, there's a video right now that is hilarious. I'm gonna send it to y'all. It's about an old lady and she over there talking about how McDonald's didn't give her an extra McRib, and she beat up the cashier. Yo, because the cashier was like talking shit. And she was like, "Excuse me, bitch," and hit her in the throat. Oh my god, I gotta see that shit is hilarious, bro.
Oh, I got this. I bought it. It's here. I ain't opened it yet though.
I don't even know what you just showed.
NBA Live, yo.
Yeah. Oh shit!
Bought it. I said I wasn't going bad at launch, but I bought it. So I'm gonna mess with this.
I've been on live the past 2 weeks.
I hear good things.
Live is lit. Yeah, I've been on live.
I hear not good things, but I hear good things.
It's a lot of bullshit. I mean, it is what it is. But it's fun. Shout out to Live Soundtrack. It has the best soundtrack I've ever heard. I'm gonna be honest with you. That soundtrack is fire.
That's crazy.
Yeah, Live Soundtrack.
What's good, bro? Shout out to Ethos. What's up, Tyler?
Yo, what up, Ethos? How you doing, man? What's up, Top?
Damn. I'll get to the live shit after we play, but let's go ahead and get the intros out the way. Let's try to see if we can get through these topics. We definitely don't want to be on this podcast till 8 o'clock today. Thanksgiving tomorrow. Hope everybody gonna have some real food and you ain't got to order out and shit.
I might need Subways. That's a sad part.
You mean National Celebrate Genocide Day?
Damn. the way you pitched, this is a depressive start to the show, ain't it? God damn.
Not the truth, though.
I'm out here getting arrested. You talk about genocide. Let's celebrate.
My man just got out of his mixed shift.
It's facts.
My man got out of his mixed shift, and then now we getting mixed sad. Yo, come on, man. Let's start this.
Hey, get Ricky, you look yellow as fuck on my screen.
Yeah, you do definitely look kind of bright. Like, yo, you do look like Goku turning Super Saiyan for some reason.
It's the settings on my saturation.
Yeah, look, you might want to turn down the
You about to give me a tutorial on how to do it? I got it.
The white balance or the gamma.
Feel like Gott's Wu-Tang.
I was gonna let it ride, but it just bothering me. Like,
yo, you extra.
Is this better? Is this better?
That's wild.
Yeah, that right there, that's perfect. Just leave it like that.
Like cinnamon, man. Is this better?
But Barry is out. I'm gonna reach out to Barry, see what's going on. He'll be back whenever he get his stuff together. JGott, this is what number 4, 5?
I think so. Yep.
Go ahead and introduce yourself to the people who don't know you, bro.
For those that don't know, I'm JGott. I play video games and read articles on Google Plus, which is the best source of information. Let's get it. Happy Thanksgiving to those that celebrate.
Nigga look like a Cheeto, bro. You look like a cheesy ass Cheeto, bro.
All right. Ricky.
Yo, what is going on? Yo, hold on, my bad. Nah, what's going on, man? I'm glad I have JGott on, man. It's always good to talk to him, man. Make sure y'all check out his channel. It's gonna be in the link in the description. Hopefully everybody has a happy Thanksgiving. Don't get arrested. Don't get into trouble, man. Let's get it going. Y'all can see me?
Yeah, we see you.
Yeah.
We ignoring you though. Go ahead, Prophecy.
Yo, what up, everybody? I'm back. I'm not sick no more. Let's enjoy this show and hope everybody has a happy Genocide Day tomorrow. Eat all the greatest of all foods. Please eat all the greatest of all foods. And turkey over ham all day, any day.
Facts.
Turkey over ham. I'm going to dispute that, bro.
Whoa, you about to put ham over turkey?
Absolutely. I can't eat ham.
To have one or the other?
I have to have turkey because I don't eat red meat.
No, that's what he's saying. Turkey, right? Turkey over ham.
Yeah, turkey over ham.
I'm saying taste-wise, if I still ate red meat, I would take ham. But I don't. So I can't.
Pork is red meat.
Does taste better.
Yeah, they tried to market it like it's different. Cause look, like bacon is considered red meat, but then they won't say that like the other parts of the pig are. It's ridiculous. Think about it. Like bacon is noticed as red meat. So the other meat comes from the same animal, but they tried to say it was some other white meat. I don't know. I don't know if any of the shit matters at the end of the day anyway. After watching some of the shit I didn't watch, but so today's question for us, for the viewers, what games have we been playing lately? Anybody? Ricky, you go first.
What games I've been playing?
As of
Pokemon Ultra
we
Sun.
We can't see, dog. Like, don't show us nothing else with your shit like that.
Hold on.
We can't even see the Funko Pops.
Hold on, yo. Listen, I'm playing Pokemon Ultra Sun. I'm still playing Fortnite. I'm playing Call of Duty. I spent $40 on God.
No, don't try. He gonna try to. You gonna try to. No, I was going.
Yeah, he tried to speed past it.
No,
right?
but look, he did that. He tried to do the 8 Mile where he tried to say it before I can because I told him I was gonna say it when we went live. Don't do that, bro. Don't take away my ability.
You said when we was gonna go limp. What you saying?
You know what you. Go ahead though, bro.
Nah, man, but yeah, I've been playing those games and that's really about it. Actually, I just got back on video games today. I've been more on my handhelds because I've been working more, so I could take off of work. So that's just been about it.
Yo.
Bro, chill.
I'm just thinking about so I'm streaming like PUBG yesterday, bro. And like 2 of the most amazing things happened of all time. So like we playing and these Japanese dudes are playing like against us and I'm hiding in like one of the crates and I come out and shoot him and this nigga's like, he screams out, "Wata wata!" It's like, and I immediately was like, "Ain't no wata wata, bitch, shut up," and like killed that nigga. Yo, then at the end of the game, me and this nigga, it was me, Sid, and Sid be like, Sid's back, his mom be going all, yo. we win. I got the final kill. Right after I got the kill, my man's was like, yo, so how did everybody do? And Sid's mom immediately after that in the background was like, suck my dick, nigga. And I was just like, yo, that nigga Sid is wild, bro. But shout outs to whoever was in the chat, because I seen that once and that shit just made me think of that.
What else you playing? I know you playing PUBG. That's your shit. Fortnite, probably.
Yo, funny thing is, I just started playing PUBG again. I hadn't touched it in like a month prior to that. I just started playing it. Fortnite. On the Xbox, I've been playing Ninja Gaiden, the OG Ninja Gaiden, as well as what's the State of Decay?
Yeah,
that's my shit.
How
right
is
now.
that? I want to play it. I ain't get into
State
it
of Decay.
yet.
It's fun as shit. It's like really fun. The newer one definitely looks like it's going to be way better. Not on, but what else I've been running with? I started Mario Odyssey.
True. How you liking it?
It's okay so far. Like I haven't done too much, but like I got like my first moon or whatever, so I'm like not never really far at all. So I can't really give a in-depth opinion. As well as what else I've been running? Destiny 2 on PC.
What?
How you like that?
Destiny 2 on PC is made to be played on PC. Like
How that 60 frames?
I see why like it needed to be on PC. It's amazing on PC, especially the scenery. Just like, first of all, Destiny 2 already looked good, but like looking at it on PC is amazing. So like if you have a PC and you like Destiny and I think it's like 35, I think Destiny, Assassin's Creed, and Shadow of Mordor is all $30 right now. It's definitely worth the $30. I still been playing South Park. I haven't beat it yet. That's really it.
JGott, what you playing?
Live. My bad.
Same game, always playing.
I've been playing live. I've been playing live too.
I've been playing Final Fantasy 14. I'm an MMO guy, so I've been playing that a lot. I'm trying to pick up Neo. I was waiting to see if it went on sale during the Thanksgiving sale, but it's not. So I'll probably pick that up. I heard good things about it.
I could get it for you for free. Hold
on. Ricky, you know I don't dive in that, man.
I'm talking about oh no. Whatever.
Ricky, we're gonna automatically think with
Yeah.
Whatever. No more gaming deals. Whatever.
I'm sorry, my bro. Unless you got a CD key, but
I got a CD cracky. I gotta go with my bad.
This guy. Yeah, so I've been pretty much playing that. It's keeping me occupied. That's pretty much what's going on.
Etho said it's $35 right now on Green Man Gaming.
Yeah.
What's this?
There's a website called Green Man Gaming. They have a lot of it's a great website. I think I bought The Witcher from them actually. And they it wasn't a key. It was the actual full game.
You were supposed to send that to me too, nigga. Now that you just reminded me.
Let me write that down. Yeah, because we wait for you to get it on PC. I got you. I was supposed to send you my login and then let you do it. I got you.
Yeah, not the game, nigga, the login.
Yo, yeah, because that shit like 80 gigs. Shit like 80 gigs.
Nigga, I got 100 right now, B. I gotta restructure my life.
You ain't gotta tell me. Let me see how many gigs. Matter of fact, I ain't gonna do it.
Bro, I literally got 100.
My hard drive was in the red. That's how many games I had installed, or how many.
It's not even just it's the videos, bro. Yeah. Like every time I stream, it saves the audio or the video or whatever. So like, damn, bro, that shit is wild.
Yeah, I'm playing. I actually been playing Call of Duty World War II. We'll get to that later. I don't want to do it because I go into full on.
Oh well, yeah, you did say you was getting it.
I definitely said I was going to get it just for under one principle. Not South Park. At Assassin's Creed Origins, which is a really good game. We'll get to that in a little bit too. I'm gonna play this live. Shadow of War. I ain't spend no money. If anybody's gonna ask, that's kind of it right now. And I finally beat the goddamn casino guy on Cuphead.
Yo, I
need to go back to that too.
On World 3, I think. I still got to.
Do you know anything about King Dice?
No, I don't know shit.
King Dice is a guy. Look,
I don't want to know Nathan.
No, look. The way they set it up is it's like a roulette table or whatever. I'm not much of a gambler besides poker, but like it's all
shit. That's a lie. It be on these mobile games too, nigga.
Yeah, it's all like there's spaces, and you hit the dice, and then you roll 1, 2, or 3. You move over that many spaces. Most of the spaces are a boss, right? One of the spaces might say you get 1 additional health. The thing is, you're gonna have to fight like 6 bosses in a row with the same health, unless you land on a space that has +1 health. And then there's a space at the end that says start over. So if you accidentally roll, it puts you all the way back. And then after you do all of that, then you gotta fight him. And he got this ridiculous shit where you gotta parry a bunch of cards. I spent like 45 minutes on that, but I bust his ass at the end. I recorded it too, but I ain't put it up yet. Trey, I ain't mean to invite you to that COD game. But that's about it for me, game wise. Until I don't know.
Oh good year. Yeah, I forgot to say I was playing Lawbreakers a lot until
It must be you and
it was you. It was you and the developers. Yo, that shit lit.
I gotta put it out there. The game's good, man, but I don't know what happened. I don't know.
It's a developer session every day.
JGott. Shout out to JGott. Everybody give him a round of applause. He got to play with Cliffy B and Lawbreaker.
he was able to make it to every match early.
Wasn't there like 30 people?
It was like 13.
11.
No, it was like 13.
Yeah,
it was
like 13 or 12.
Golly, man.
Yo, you know what's crazy about that game, bro? The game is actually not bad. It's actually pretty.
It's a good game.
Me and Ethos and all of them, we was running that when it was in beta or whatever. And I could see myself getting that game, but I don't know. I think it was 30 now or whatever. I think
it's on sale actually. It's like half off.
Ricky had me on the beta, and I was like, I mean, this
Speaking
is cool, but Overwatch though.
I'm actually finna get Rainbow Six Siege.
Yeah, it's on sale too.
Ethos been begging me to get it, and so it's on sale right now for like $7.99.
$7.99.
Yeah, you think it's worth it?
I'm almost flat on that shit.
$7.99. I'm down for it.
Yeah,
I'll probably pick it up too after the show.
Shout out to Craig from Friday with the donation, man. He just I had to read the way he had his name. He donated 5 VC to the squad. Thank you, bro. But let's move on. See if I can get some gameplay.
Shout outs to Markel the Great. That's 100% facts. There should be at least 100 more likes right now. Why did it stop at 321? It don't take nothing but a quick second to hit the like button and get us up at number 1 on YouTube so we can provide this great quality content. Okay. What is y'all doing?
They playing all day.
Y'all playing all day for no reason. It's 581 people in here. I need to see 400 plus likes.
Thanks.
Turn your phone.
Call your cousin. Tell him to sign in and like the video. He can leave after that.
Fact.
Yo, we need more likes.
Make up like 20. No, let me stop.
I was gonna say we need more likes than Lawbreaker needs on players in it.
I mean, we got more people in the stream right now than Lawbreaker got sales.
Have I played Neo? I have it. That game is hard, man. That game is real hard. I do have it for PS4, and I got.
What up, Official Jump, man?
I got to there's this chick in this cave, and she's unbelievable, dude. She freezes you and then does all this insane damage, and I don't remember the chick's name, but I do have it. So Star Wars Battlefront 2 came out. I was going to get it. I really wanted to get it. After all the foolishness I heard about, I decided that I was not going to get the game. And I'm not saying that I never participate in buying bullshit, because I do. But in this case, I just decided I wasn't going to get it, because I didn't know how much I was going to play it, and I didn't know if the game was going to be worth it for me to even get it. Ricky, you had mentioned that they had microtransactions in a way that we didn't even expect to see on the game. They have since put a hold. They didn't remove. It's a temporary removal of the microtransactions from the game. This article says that Disney might have put pressure on the publisher.
Absolutely, they did.
To fix things, whatever that means. But Disney was also, the executives were upset over the outrage of people complaining about in-game purchases for people like Luke Skywalker and other popular
Darth Vader was
players.
60,000.
Yeah, so
yeah,
Star Wars icons basically.
Yeah. Does anybody here have Star Wars Battlefront 2?
Nah, ever since that shit happened, I decided let me just play out the trial. Let me wait till Black Friday. It's gonna be $25. I already seen the leaked ads. I'll buy it on Black Friday.
Anybody in the chat got Star Wars Battlefront 2 or
Yo, so wait, I got something to say about it.
What game is this that you playing right now?
Wolfenstein? It's just amazing.
Oh, I was like, this ain't no goddamn Battlefront.
Oh no! I just got random gameplay for now.
So,
I enjoyed the beta. Like
the beta was lit on Battlefront, right?
Yeah,
it was lit. I seen the BS though, not with microtransactions, just with some in-game stuff, which I was like, but that's just gameplay wise. But yeah, Disney was on their ass, bro. Like, yo, you better fix this model. Because it seems like it's biting us.
Or who it was.
No, Disney, because remember Disney owns Star Wars, so EA removed it. But this is the only thing I'm cool with, the fact that they had to remove it and revamp everything. And actually, they even went into Need for Speed and fixed everything before they got hit with something. What I don't agree with is now all the other entities, like all these other sources that are jumping in on it. Right? That's cool and gravy. But now they're trying to target that only game as a gambling system that encourages kids and manipulates kids. If that's the case, that they're going to go that far to try to sue them, they need to go ahead and do that shit to Call of Duty. Now, even though if I'm not saying me, but like, because I have a problem with it, but that's crazy how Star Wars, even though they deserve the bullshit, they were trying to really screw people over. But them odds and them supply drops, Chase, what happened to me earlier, bro? Them odds is ridiculous.
My thing is, isn't Star Wars more designed for adults, not necessarily kids anyway?
Well, Star Wars in general is like a kid thing, isn't it?
I always thought it was adults.
Star Wars only been
I thought Star Wars, Star Trek, all that shit was adults. Like,
man.
Like
I've never heard. My little brother never said he wanted to watch Star Wars. Like, I don't know any kids that like it.
Ages, bro.
I mean, it might be.
Star Wars has always been like a staple. You know what I mean? And not to mention they got the figurines and all that shit. So
yeah, but as far as the video game goes,
yeah, but like it's still a name that's attached to it, though. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't matter.
Yeah. So I just think it's kind of unfair because like I'm cool. Like, I was the first person to say, yo, they need to get hit with this shits, because all this, like, it's crazy, bro. You would be grinding. It don't matter if me and Prof went ham and Chase and JGott was the worst one on the team. We all getting almost the same amount of earnings at the end of the game, and it would take you like 40 hours just to get a certain character. That it was so bogus. Everything, even the odds and the star crates, whatever that they had. So they completely removed it. That was cool. And
I'll tell you what's bogus though.
Gucci said niggas boycotting Battlefield or Battlefront, but still got Call of Duty.
That's the only problem I had, is that they really going in, and all these other sources that are taking advantage of this. If that's the case, they need to go ahead and hit Call of Duty now, because it went from us, Reddit, and publishers and studios jumping on this, right, and talking about it and websites. Now you got some whole other shit that wants to jump on this, like some shit against the law, how kids is involved in casino gambling. If that's the case, now y'all want to take it that far, which is kind of crazy. You need to hit Call of Duty or 2K or whoever else got this loot shit with the pack odds and all these fucking crazy shits up.
They are going after. Well, first of all, what's crazy is that why am I gonna be the worst one on the team? Second,
my bad.
You gotta out me like that? No, but they are going after. They're going to Take-Two, Activision Blizzard, and all that. So that's just the whole entity as itself.
Are they really? Or you think they're going to? Is that
they are. They've been mentioned. So Activision Blizzard, that's all bases one company, right? So
yeah, you know why though? Call of Duty might have the only thing that kind of saved a little bit of Call of Duty, even with Black Ops 3. I said this in my video, was they started doing those like daily kind of pack shits, supply drops joints, where you would spend like $30-$40 on it and you was guaranteed to get something rare. So there was the gambling part of it you couldn't really say, but in this case, Call of Duty still was doing all that F shit too. So I'm just like, that's crazy how Star Wars, I thought it was just gonna go to one area where we win, they got to fix up the progression and the earnings, but now it looked like other people trying to take over the system and trying to make it bigger than gaming.
I mean, people are spending real money, like $30. You said?
No, people are spending. No.
Gosh, that is. I ain't gonna lie, that's light.
Wait, who's spending 30? I never said that.
Nigga, Chase spent that a week on Plants vs Zombies, nigga.
I bought one plan in that Plants vs Zombie mobile. The second one, I ain't gonna hold you up. It was
that's the case. I spent that like a week.
But that was free to play. My thing with free to play is like, if the game is not decent, you're not going to make any money. So they're forced to put out a quality product. If a free to play game came out in the same state as a lot of these paid games, and which means you know, sometimes it doesn't work, the online's broken and all that, people would just go play another game and they would make no money. See, the paid games get the benefit of putting out a product and getting paid full price for it, and then getting the other money, and the game doesn't even have to work right, which is kind of messed up. Free to play, like, yo, like I would say, I would never put any money into a free to play game like early. It's like after I've been playing it for a while, like, yo, I really like this, and something comes up, and I've never spent more than like $5 on a mobile game, on like a piece of content from a mobile game. I remember that 2K My Life app on Facebook and from like 2K13. I definitely bought something on there. I forgot what it was too, but yeah.
Wait. Is he serious? Did he say the DLC for NBA Live 18 is $30?
Good Lord.
There's DLC in NBA Live 18.
I didn't. That doesn't sound right.
I'm about to say, because the
he might be
DLC
right.
is the same price as the game, nigga. The fuck? Like,
I don't know. Let's move on. This shouldn't be any of a surprise. Obviously, you know, people ask all the time, especially like younger people, like, you know, yo, when are we going to see some Splatoon or some Mario Kart or whatever? And unfortunately, every time we got to tell them that you ain't, because Nintendo, they come through, they not with all that.
Chase, right before you start, I got to tell you, this dude right here is the dude. What's his name? LD, the Chicago kid, sir. I don't even think you play video games, sir.
He trolling.
But he keeps going about it.
Just ignore him. Like, don't
the
don't
DLC,
block
the
him or
DLC.
nothing.
No, I would not. No, I'm not. But the DLC, if he's trolling, he's trolling. DLC is free for NBA Live 18. I'm not even trying to defend the game.
That
You're just
doesn't
saying
fit their
$30.
model. That
doesn't even fit their model at
what
all.
They're doing this year. They selling a $30 game. Whatever.
how you gonna charge $30 for the DLC?
Yeah, my bad, Chase. My bad.
But so we addressed, or we discussed, the fact that you can't live stream Nintendo games much at all. I mean, some people can, but the majority, us in here, people watching, if you want to be a YouTuber one day and you say, I want to do Nintendo games, best of luck to you. They're not really with that unless you join their Nintendo's program, the Nintendo program. But then when you join their program, at least at first, I don't know if it's still like this, but at one point, you could only have Nintendo content. You couldn't have any other content. And then even with that, there were still 2 games that you could not upload to YouTube, even though you were in the program. One was Bayonetta, and then the other was, I think it was Smash Brothers. I don't know if they've made any changes to that since, but Fwiz, a lot of people know him as Fwiz, but Ryan Watt, who he's YouTube's gaming, like the head of YouTube gaming, he feels that Nintendo needs to do better for content creators. Because at this point, you can sign up for the Nintendo Creators Program, and then you still can't live stream, even if you're enrolled in the program on that account. You have to have a separate account that you stream on, even if you're in the program. So, and then are not even monetizable. So,
70-30, I think it is, right? 60-40 contracts, some shit.
It's worse than that, because people don't realize that YouTube takes, obviously we're using our platform. They take a percentage, then you get then your network takes their cut, and then you get whatever is left. So you're going to add Nintendo in there, even if you're in the program, they're going to take a bigger chunk. And with that all being said and done, don't do it, bro. Fwiz is right. I don't think we're going to see any changes from Nintendo anytime soon. They don't even, like, some companies allow fan projects to live, and they just don't say anything about it. But Nintendo, not only do they not ignore them, they go in and they get shit removed. So Nintendo's, they're doing what they do. They have a lot of good shit going on. Obviously, the Switch is doing better than a lot of people thought. I knew it was going to do well, but anyway, moving on. GameStop is suspending a Power Pass used game rental service. I didn't know shit about this. Y'all
it was a trash ass service. Yeah.
It didn't sound. Look, what this says, that it was an unlimited used game rental service for $60
for 6 months.
For 6 months, right? Yeah. So basically $10 a month for 6 months. You was able to. You could rent whatever games you wanted, as many as you wanted. So if you rented a game, beat it, took it back, they would give you another one, and you would not have to pay more money besides the subscription that you're paying. Once that 6 months is up, you're also supposed to be able to pick one of the games and keep.
Yeah. Well, the games had to be
used.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
You know.
Right.
It almost sounds too good to be true, man.
Right. That don't sound like GameStop.
It was garbage.
I didn't think GameStop was like, because when I heard that, because I remember I sent that to y'all, I was like, yo, this is like the most fire shit ever. But I don't know what they was on, because ain't nobody returning none of their games, B. Look how Blockbuster.
No.
Look how Blockbuster went out of business. Niggas was stealing all type of games from
They didn't
Blockbuster.
have everybody's.
I know.
And not only that, you could use like cars that only had $1 on them at Blockbuster to get away with
Redbox,
shit.
I think.
No, because I worked at Blockbuster and I did that shit too. I ain't gonna lie. Part of the reason they out of business because I borrowed plenty of games.
Yeah, so like Daryl said, I talked about this before, and I also got confirmation from one of my homies who work at GameStop. It was garbage because what happened was one part was it does make sense when somebody was like, "Yo," but you got to realize even when you get a game from GameStop that's used, you know, you got to bring it back within 7 days. If some people don't have 7 days to beat it, I was like, all right, I can understand that part.
It's a 7-day limit.
I didn't even hear that. Yeah.
No. So look,
that shit didn't even say that.
No. This is the thing. No 7-day limit. When you go to GameStop and you buy a used game, if they're professional enough to tell you, they're supposed to tell you you have 7 days to return this game. What this service allowed you to do was rent one game at a time, and for until 6 months. And if say you beat the game in 2 weeks, you could bring it back, switch it for another game. To me personally, that would only cater to somebody who might be where it takes longer for them to beat the game. Because where I live, what I be doing was I used to buy a used game. I used to either beat it or get bored with it within 4 days, go back and just give it back to them and then switch to a different game. So it's no different than that, other than the fact that if there's a game that you're not able to beat until in 7 days, you would stay with it longer.
But wait, what? Because that's you
what
can
the
get new
program
games. You can get brand new games. Like,
no,
I'm saying people are going to trade in a game immediately. So you can find the game that you want to play and you can do it nonstop. You might not necessarily buy it. Like what you said you did is you would buy the game. So you would buy a used game, get done with it, and then go back and get another used game.
So this is the thing. So like both say the Power Pass service, right? The Power Pass service allows you to rent one game at a time for as long as you want for 6 months. You could say if you beat the game in 1 day, you could come back and say, "Yo, look, I want to rent this game," but you have to hand them the game.
So what's the problem?
So this is what I'm saying. The program allows you to do that, and at the end of the 6 months, you get to pick one free game that you want to keep. Bam, that's cool. But if you really think about it, if you are a person who is able to beat a game before 7 days and you bought that game used anyways, then you can just bring it back 3 days later and say, "Look, I don't want this game no more." And they would be like, "All right,
I get what you're saying.
You get what you're not explaining that.
But you're no. So what you're saying is
purchasing the game and
you're
beating it in
saying
7
buy
days.
the game. Yeah, you're saying buy the game, beat it real quick, trade it back, get your money back, and just get another game.
And get another game.
Yeah, I get. I didn't understand that at first.
All right, my bad. So and then this is what GameStop started. What happened, JGott? There's more services by the way with that program, but what?
But wouldn't GameStop catch on to that already? Like let's say if you do it like
what happened.
But not only that, you got to think about it like this. You might so my bad, Ricky. But for instance, what you're saying is technically true. But what if the games you're getting that are used are still $40 or $50? So you can get a 40 for only $10, or how much did this service cost? $60?
$60.
$10.
So you just pay $160 game, $160 price for 6 months.
Yeah.
You can get $50 used games, $40 used games, $30 used games, $10, whatever. So you can just keep doing that nonstop. I think that would be way more beneficial than just buying one.
But when you say that, I don't think you get it. Their program didn't allow you to just get multiple games at once.
I know you do it one at a time, but you might not necessarily I'll give you an example. I like fighting games, but not enough to buy them. So I would definitely get it for play Injustice for a week or two, and then just get rid of it and get something else.
No, that's the only thing I said would be honest, as a benefit.
It sounds better than GameFly. And speaking from someone that has GameFly, and I've had GameFly for a very long time, and I had the $2 out, 2 out at a time, which is what, Chase, $35. And half the times I didn't even
No,
use
it's
that
not that much. I think it's that much for 3 because I got the 3
Oh, okay. Well, I had 3 then. So it was what, $35 for 3 at a time?
a month. Yeah.
Right, $35 a month. So you only got to pay $160, and you get to keep the game when it's all said and done. That's
you get to pick you get to pick a game when it's all said and done.
Like, be honest, Chase. Like I'm gonna say mine, and then you're gonna say yours. But I rented Rainbow Six, and I've had Rainbow Six from GameFly forever, and I've spent well over $200 on that game.
Yeah,
I could have easily just bought it a long time ago.
Let's go ahead and put, because they're going to, you get an L. No, let's go ahead and put this in place. GameFly was great for me and Prophecy specifically before we had PC, because I was getting loads of games from GameFly. I saved a lot of money. That used to be one. I did a GameFly
definitely
review.
Saved way more money on GameFly than anything.
Absolutely. If you are on console, once you get the PC, GameFly isn't really much of an asset in the same way. And to go off of what you said, I got Mario Kart for Wii U. And I've probably had it for 2.5 years.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, think about how much money that is. $35 a month.
I've not rented a game from GameFly in like 2.5 years, and I still pay my subscription every month. That's probably something I should take care of. But
Yo, they canceled me, B. They was
use it for a business deduction at this point. I don't,
Isn't GameFly like down the street from you, bro?
There's a shipping station downtown, which is another reason why I always said GameFly was great for me, because the shipping center's downtown. So if I order a game today, tomorrow it gets to the house. Even if it was a new game, as long as they shipped it out. Like, there was a gang of walkthrough games that I did from new games that I rented from GameFly, and they got there the next day. So
like, to get back on point, this idea that GameStop, air quotes, was introducing, it's nothing new.
Nope.
We did that at Blockbuster. It was $20. It was 2 games for $20, and they had one for movies. It was two movies, or you can get a movie and a game, and you can return it and do it. So it's nothing new. The only difference is you get to actually keep the game. So you're actually paying the $60 to keep a game when it's all said and done. Yeah, that didn't sound bad. But it would actually make me want to go to GameStop more, because I don't go to GameStop. But let's be honest. If this were to catch on and this were to be a thing, how many games would actually be there to rent?
That is a great
So look,
question.
this is what my
friend
I
was thinking the same thing, man.
So look, so this is what, because my friend works there, and they all get their notices and emails and shit. So like that's how the gimmick is going to be working. The reason why they put it on hold was because, one, for some idiotic reason, they didn't look into the fact that people somehow want to switch their fucked up game for the good condition game and then send it in.
I mean, GameStop,
we've been doing that shit.
People been doing
Blockbuster to even GameFly, to Redbox, GameFly. It is what it is, right? So the thing is, no, but here's the thing. This is where it gets bad, though, because the original plan was they wanted to do like a little shipping service too for the used games, but that wasn't going to work. And on top of that, not every employee at GameStop will actually test the game out. Like, some employees just be like, whatever, man, let me put this away. And also, do you guys remember with GameStop, you're not allowed to sell a used game when it first comes out until I think a couple days later, or able to buy that brand. Say if Call of Duty just came out today. You can't buy a used Call of Duty game from GameStop until a week later, or sell your Call of Duty game if it just came out. All those used, I just sold Call of Duty to GameStop when it first came out. No, you're not allowed to do that. So that's why that wouldn't work.
They changed that.
That's always been.
I never knew that.
That's like
I've always.
I've definitely seen brand new games
the first day.
Like, niggas will buy a game and or beat it and trade it right back in. It'll be $54.99 at GameStop.
A lot of GameStops were stopping now, right? They weren't trying to do that. But remember, they profit off of the used gimmick. So they ended up doing that. They wanted to do that with the Power Pass program. The only thing is, if this Power Pass program actually, because they make the money off of the pre-owned. So they're going to pocket $5 from us because used games are $54.99. I think the issue was, how were they going to get your account with the Power Pass to work, including the exclusivity deals with companies sending them games, because it would encourage people to just want to only buy used. If you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, because companies would have to send them used games.
And they don't want to do that. So
in order to restock.
I don't think this is a well thought out service.
I don't think so either.
Resources and
But I also do believe that this is an amazing service if it were to happen.
If they could do it.
Definitely need to do something about it. Because I'm not saying that that's the reason why Blockbuster went out of business, but I'm gonna give you what happened, right? Blockbuster introduced that buy or get two out at a time, and then they upped it to 3 for like 30 something, $37.99, right when it was getting ready to be closed. So I was still working there when it was like all of them were shutting down. That's when they introduced it. I feel like they introduced that way too late.
Wasn't it digital also becoming a thing? Wasn't digital like something like service
so
online?
like that was introduced way too late. And I told my boss, like, I was like, yo, this is a great deal, but it's too late. Like it's way too late.
Oh,
niggas are buying games, and like, because you could trade games in at Blockbuster. They didn't advertise that. Just like Walmart doesn't advertise it, or Target for that matter. None of these places advertise it, but GameStop, Game Crazy, and all these other places. So like, you'd have to actually know that they do that. And it's like, bro, if y'all would have been doing that, like, you could pre-order games back then at Blockbuster and Hollywood Video. People didn't know that shit. So that's the reason why they went out of fucking business, because they had all these great things, but it's like, bro, ain't nobody renting movies no more, especially with the coming of Netflix.
Well, and they got and they laughed the guy from Netflix out of the office when he went in there to merge with them. He was going to remove the Netflix name and just do it was going to be Blockbuster Online, and they laughed him out of the room.
Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
Gotta look at them, right?
Word?
Yeah, if you there's a podcast called "This Is How It's Made" or "How I Started" or something like that. And these people come in and they are like the creators of different programs or they have different inventions, and they talk about how they actually made it. And the Netflix guy was on there, or it was something like that. But yeah,
when I was working there, they dead ass didn't want people to have Netflix.
Yeah, because they thought it was never going to work.
So what they did as a benefit to combat Netflix is, when you worked at Blockbuster, I don't know about Hollywood Video, but I think it's the same. You could rent as much movies as you want if you're working there, or games. But you couldn't rent like the movie if it just came out. So if it just came out Tuesday, you couldn't rent it, but you had to wait a week. But that's what they did to combat Netflix.
So I got a question about this GameStop thing. So, like, let's say this program they did, they had actually went through. Do you think the employees will be truthful and say that they don't have the used version there?
Well, you would have.
That's how they make money.
Like they can say, yeah, we don't have the used copy, but with a brand new copy, we can sell it.
No, they don't. No. That's the opposite of GameStop. No, they
want to sell used.
They want to sell.
They get 100% return on used games.
Yeah.
If you go to GameStop and say, hey, you got COD in stock, I'm like, we don't got it new, but we got it used. Or can I get a brand new controller? They'll be like, we actually ran out of these controllers, but we have a used one right here. It's only $34. They make more.
They get more.
Okay. So but what about their inventory? I imagine they didn't have so many used copies on shelves to sell, right? I mean, I imagine they need to have that.
And that's what we're saying.
That's what I was saying.
There's no way there's going to be enough for a service like this to get real big, and it doesn't even have to be the biggest, but for there to be a lot of people using the service, I don't think it's going to be possible, because they're not going to have the inventory.
Not only that,
it's just like you got to pick from what's in the store now. It might have to be reduced to that, where
not
these
only
are what we have. Choose.
Not only that, you got to also look at, like, you can already get Xbox Game Pass,
and I was going to say that,
and you can unfortunately get PlayStation Now,
and like, you get those instant access digital. You don't have to worry about nobody breaking.
The only
difference
is, like, they don't have, like, the only way this would suit people, not suit people, but the benefit that I would get from this, or like you guys would get from this, is games that we wanted to play that's on our catalog and that we knew we were going to come to, and brand new games, hoping that they are traded in.
If this shit said 5 games at a time, I would have been like, this is the greatest shit ever, because
that would be
way too much. No, my bad. Let me be clear. If it's $60 and they said you can get as many games that equals that $60, but you know on your account though they have to scan each game because you got your own GameStop account. So like say if you get like 3 games that equals 60, bam, as long as it meets that. But remember this, GameStop is struggling because of the online market that's destroying them.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, go ahead. My bad.
No, it's cool. So if that's the case, that they're gonna make really a $5 profit off of these used games, all these games that you're gonna make, because you know if it's $54.99 for a used game, but they're charging you $60, that's an extra $5 profit. If it just so happens everybody got Power Pass, right? When you go into the store now asking for a used game, I think what Chase said, and they so happen to say, look, we don't even have that game. people are probably gonna be like, well, I don't want this shit new from GameStop. I'd rather just go to Amazon and get $47.99 with their Prime, or Best Buy with their Games Club and get it for $40, and that's where it's gonna hit them.
GameStop.
But you know what I'm saying?
If there's any GameStop CEOs out there, I got a perfect solution for you, Play Pippin. Go ahead and make a digital app, put it on PS4, PC, Xbox, make it similar to the EA Game Pass.
That might be lit.
And make the games digital, and you can rent however many games you want for $60 and keep one game at the end.
I'm gonna tell you why that's
the
not gonna
only
work.
way. The only way that they could survive the digital era, because like Lady Infamous said, I don't see GameStop being around like in 10 years. Like I really don't. So like they're gonna have to come out with some sort of application or app that does that exactly.
PlayStation, Sony's not going to approve that because they have their service.
Yeah, I know they're definitely not.
Xbox has theirs. There's nobody that would accept that unless there was GameStop.
Unless GameStop is giving them a lot of money. And like GameStop would literally have to give them tons of money in order to do it.
This is what I was trying to say. Like because I know GameStop's motto, and you guys said it as well. They're trying to make money off used games, but I think they're at a point now in their business. They need to sell something. You know what I mean?
They're selling cell phones.
Yeah, they selling laptops. Yeah. Like
here's the thing, JGott.
Action figures, all type of shit, bro. They basically, what's that store that be in every mall?
FYE.
Nah. Like the one, it's always usually dark and shit.
Hot Topic?
Yeah, there you go. They like a Hot Topic. They got shirts in there and GameStop now and shit. I'm like, bro, they got mugs, cell phones. I haven't been at GameStop in years. No, they offer you everything, bro. Like they give you everything but a haircut and a massage, B. And they probably finna add that before they run out of business.
Like JGott, here's the thing, JGott. GameStop closed the most stores this year than they have in the last 5 years. Yeah. And the reason why is because, remember, they thrive off of anything used. So when you see on your Power Rewards, if anybody's a member, you get more points for getting used products. You get more points for selling in your products. They profit more from used because when they sell a brand new product, I think they only get like $5 or $10 per item. Versus if once that person sells back that game, it doesn't count as a sale for Activision. It counts one wholesale for GameStop, and they get the full profit from that item. Now, when it comes down to people like, why would I spend $54.99 on a used game when Amazon got that bitch brand new for $47.99 with free shipping next day? Then you start looking at it like, oh, snap. And that's where it hit GameStop because they were way too late with trying to change up their whole gimmick on how they're going to sell games because they've been doing this model for so long. And all these companies, comfortable, and all these other companies came out with all these crazy services and deals where they're not losing money. Like, there's no way Amazon is still doing this and they're losing money.
You know what?
While they give you 20% off. What?
Like for real. PlayStation, Xbox, Amazon, because if you remember back in the day, 360, PS3. You had to go to GameStop and pre-order to get a specific DLC or specific exclusive shit. Now every single place has their own shit.
Target has their own.
So everybody has their own pre-order bonus. That's what fuck GameStop.
And Scope
GameStop started that shit.
That's what I'm saying. They started
that bullshit.
Everyone else started doing it. And now it defeated them in the end because I don't go to GameStop. And most of the games that we buy, especially PC, are digital. Even PS4, I buy digital games. This would have been the only thing to get me to go back to GameStop was the service right here.
I ain't going in there, man. Period, bro.
That would I really would have. That was the only thing.
Don't work at he ain't the manager over here no more. Fuck that. I don't fuck with GameStop. Shit.
It's fucked up, man.
Let's move on though.
Why you?
Huh?
Tell me why you mad, nigga.
No, you want to do that now? Oh, hold on, let me read the donations and then we'll do it. Cause tell me why you mad. That's King Quest donated. He said times are hard. Not times. He put times. Times are hard.
Times?
What more do you want from me? Yeah, shout out to Tyrese for getting at least partial custody of his daughter. By the way, that they was killing that dude. Yeah, man.
Oh, he did. I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure how the story. The last thing I seen is he kidnapped Michael Blackson, and I was like, nah, I'm good.
Yeah. Zuffy G, shout out to Zuffy G, said Kyle Kazuma, or is it Kuzma? How you say it?
Kazuma. I call him Kazuma.
Kyle Kazuma is better than Lonzo Ball. Shout out to Lady Infamous. She said grown woman gamer in the building. So thank you.
Hey, what up, lady?
Thank y'all. Appreciate y'all. Make sure if you're in the stream just now, you're going to hit a drop
down. Is it Kuzma? It might be Kuzma.
I think it's Kuzma.
Yeah, I think it is.
Tell him why you mad. I ain't going first. I'm gonna have to ponder on this.
I'm going first, but I'm not mad though. So I'm gonna tell him why I'm sad.
All right.
I'm sad.
All right.
I'm sad because those of you that know, you might have seen the picture that I've changed my avatar to. The voice actress of Bulma from Dragon Ball died.
Yes.
You know, Bulma is definitely a top tier person in the Dragon Ball universe. Matter of fact, they wouldn't be able to get to half the places that they went to without Bulma. Definitely wouldn't have been able to get to Namek without Bulma. So, yeah, man, I'm sad because I don't know how this is going to affect the future of if anybody watches Dragon Ball Super. I don't know how that's going to affect that, and I also don't know if she'll be introduced in any games or anything. But I feel like they need to do something special, like have a special episode dedicated to Bulma. I'm not quite sure how she died. I know they found her in her car, and she wasn't old. She was 50 years old. So it's not like she was, super old or it was that time. So, yeah, that's why I'm sad, man. Because Bulma played a huge role in all of our lives that watched and or played the Dragon Ball game. She was always there. She's just real.
Damn. Okay.
That sucks, man.
Who want to go next?
Yeah, JGott.
I can't, man. After that,
You never mad? Oh, I thought you were gonna say like.
Okay, all right. I'll tell you what I'm mad about. I'm mad about these microtransactions being put in these games for no apparent reason, apparently, and kind of disappointed in gamers buying these games, supporting that act. So that's where I stand on that. But I gotta agree with Prof on the sadness, though. I heard about that a couple of days ago, and I don't know what they're gonna do about it. They gotta do something to.
They need to do a special episode.
Yeah,
I'm down for a special filler episode of Dragon Ball of just showcasing Bulma's talent. Like, I don't know if they're gonna maybe bring her sister into it because she has a sister or whatever. But
supposedly,
she can't just like disappear from the. You know what I mean? She's a main character. You know what I mean? Like that's somebody special.
Yeah, I don't want to veer off too much, but like they try to look up they try to find her last line, like she said, and I think she said like to them like good luck, see you again, something like that, like in the show.
Yeah, in the Super, she did.
Yeah, that was like the last recorded line, unless she got something in the game, the Fighter Z. She has something there that maybe I don't know, but yeah, that's what bothered me being upset. I'm upset about these microtransactions. I mean, they try to say these games cost a lot, but if they cost so much, then why they keep coming out all the time? I mean, I really don't know what's going on there, but I'm glad that the parties that are getting involved, meaning certain senators or legislators and the states and overseas are getting involved to try to help us out as gamers. You know what I mean? So that's what's bothering me.
Okay, Ricky.
You want me to be real? Why I'm mad? And this is not even funny. I spent $40 today on Cod points.
Right in front of me.
Ricky, don't tell me you're part of the problem, dog.
Look. I spent $40 on Cod points to get nothing but grips, rare uniforms, and rare bazookas. $40 got me bazookas, and Chase was able to see that. That shit got me mad, yo. I could have used that on fucking Thanksgiving dinner, Boston Market, bro. I'm done. That's it.
Yo, so what was you trying to get?
Fucking heroic weapon.
He was trying to get.
I was trying to get a heroic weapon.
Cause like I don't know what's in those boxes and shit. So like
nothing but damn grips and calling cards.
It's decals, grips, calling cards, which is a thing. Like when somebody kills you on the kill cam, you can see their little stupid logo, not an emblem, but like the little card that's on there. And then there's a little emblem. That's pretty much what's in those. And then there's like some special weapons that you can't get from unlocking. You have to fucking either get the whole collection or you have to open it in a box. And Ricky went ahead and did that. I couldn't believe he did that.
It sounded like some bullshit.
It's definitely
it sounded like he knew you was getting into some bullshit, but you wanted to get a little less of bullshit than most bullshit.
He knew it.
Like you wanted that 1% chance to get some that might could maybe kind of sort of be decent, but they got in that ass.
I'm mad, and I ain't gonna get too detailed in this because we're gonna talk about it probably for one of the last two topics. I'm mad at these World War II maps, dog. Like, and I knew it because when we did the reveal or the reaction back there, that's the first thing I said is that these maps suck. You know, of course, most of the people was like, you know, they were just talking about their own thoughts, and there was a couple people sprinkled in there like, oh, look, he's already talking about the maps. Like, all it takes is for you to see what the map looks like for you to know that the map's not going to be good. And in some cases, once you see the traffic patterns, you know it's going to be. These maps from World War II, I'm not saying that my opinion is better than anybody else's or my opinion is right. My opinion is that these maps on World War II might possibly be the worst maps ever.
Worse than Ghost?
On any game.
Damn, what did Marcus J say? Wait. What did J say?
Marcus J. I was so happy to see somebody come out and say it. Like, I was watching Scump. Scump say he likes all the maps but 2. Marcus J said, I've never played a Call of Duty where every single map is bad.
Wow.
Now, and let me go ahead and say this, and I'm gonna repeat this shit later. Now,
hey, that's saying a lot, B.
Look, like, I want to try to make people understand a little bit more. Like,
hold on, let me ask you.
Yeah,
is it the maps that are bad, or is it the spawns?
It's the maps.
Maps.
It's both. Like, they don't have to have the spawns like that, and the map doesn't have to be like that. Like, the problem with these maps, there's a couple maps that I like playing. I like the London Docks, and then there's like 2 other ones that are playable. But in my opinion, if you take those 3 maps that I actually think are okay, and you put those on another Call of Duty, those might be maps that don't get voted much, or they get skipped completely. Like, we go from like Black Ops 3. I didn't play Infinite Warfare. I refuse to. Black Ops 3, good map. I mean, Treyarch's maps is good. And then, you know, I thought there was some bad maps on Modern Warfare 3, but this takes the cake, dog. These maps, though, there's one map. Like, we know how it is. When you have, like, houses or buildings on Call of Duty, you know there's going to be gangs of people in there, right? And there's usually 2 buildings. Sometimes they feeling dangerous. They put 3 of them bitches. On this game, there's a map on there where there are like 16 fucking buildings.
Shit's lit.
It's
you know what's wild? This might be the year of shit getting maps because
Battlefield 1 maps wasn't that great neither. But they
because Battlefield 1,
I don't like BF1 either.
Battlefield 1 maps is bad. Yo, Destiny 2, there's not a good map on that at all. Every map on Destiny 2 is trash. It looks beautiful, but they're all trash. You're saying Call of Duty, all the maps are trash, bro. This might be the year of shit. I'm
saying, hey, this might be the worst ensemble of maps. I'm just gonna talk about Call of Duty. I'm saying it's quite possible that at the very least, it's debatable. In my opinion, I think this is the worst collection of maps that we ever have seen and that we're ever going to see. These things is trash, bro. As a unit, there's some sprinkles of okay maps in there. And then there's only 9 of them. I'm sorry. They gave people 9. Well, fuck the DLC. Somebody, I don't give a fuck. Y'all released a game with 9 maps.
Yo, they made the other maps.
You ain't ready for this DLC? Dog. These Black Ops 3 remade maps, baby.
So, like, do you think these map designers are getting a little thing called fatigue? Like, there's the same people design the map over and over again.
They added too much shit to these maps.
Possibly. Somebody's asking why they're bad. I will get to that later. I don't want to get to it right now because it's telling why you mad. But there are a million reasons why Gustav Cannon, especially, is the worst map. Like,
in first person shooter history, that's the worst map to ever exist.
It's one of. I can't. There's no worst map for me, but that's one of the worst maps. Like, I don't even know why they thought that was a good idea.
I gotta see this, bro.
Bro, Gustav Cannon.
Think
Rust. Like, Rust was actually playable. I skipped it when it came up, but I wouldn't be pissed if somebody voted it and we had to play that shit. Think Rust, but 4 times the size, with buildings on the outside, and like, it's just a mess. That's what it is. These maps are a fucking mess.
I mean, but Castle was really bad, bro.
Bro. I'm trying to tell you, bro.
He said Castle was real bad.
I'm trying to tell you, bro.
Like, cause that's probably one of the worst maps ever in Call of Duty.
Which game was that? Ghost.
Ghost.
Yes.
That was the Assassin's Creed looking map.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is, if that map
for no reason, like
if that map was on World War II, that would be considered one of the better maps in the game. I ain't bullshitting you.
No, but real talk. You know Call of Duty Champions?
Because Castle, bro, that shit was like a Battlefield 1 map put in Call of Duty. So if you telling me that that's a good map in that game, you got it, yo. I'm glad y'all purchased it.
Yo, no. But probably you know Call of Duty Champions, right? You know how they have to ban certain perks and weapons? No, the actual COD champs. They would have to ban.
Oh yeah, you got to ban. Yeah,
you have to ban certain weapons. They would have to ban Gustav because that shit is so garbage.
They
would have to ban that map. They're gonna ban almost every map.
I think they've I don't know. Maybe they've lowered the odds of Gustav Cannon coming up because I don't see it as much as I did.
The thing about Ghost that I do recall is the DLC maps were actually good.
Favilla came back. I remember that. Right,
so the DLC maps were good. I can't even tell you about Advanced Warfare maps because I don't think the maps were too bad on Advanced Warfare. I just think
Oregon.
I just didn't think I was up for the challenge of that game. Warfare, I don't know what they maps look like. I ain't even looking at none of them motherfuckers.
I'm gonna get more detailed on my experience on the game. I've been playing that shit though. I ain't gonna lie. I got like 10 hours on that game. That's a lot for me. I just got the game last Wednesday. Like
what? Nigga, you got 10 hours in it already?
I got 10 hours on that game already.
That's saying a lot.
You
ain't put hours in. Nah, you put hours in Black Ops 3.
Yeah, no, Black Ops 3 the best Call of Duty on this generation. Period. It's not even debatable for me. Nothing comes close to that game. But let's move on though. I'm gonna just do these couple real quick because I want to try to get through these.
You might as well do the Call of Duty World War II news.
There's news for that shit?
Well, I'm gonna run through these and then we're gonna do net neutrality, Call of Duty news. We could probably see where we go from there. But Netflix fans, I know you like watching a lot of stuff on there, a lot of the Disney stuff. Disney's getting ready to launch their own streaming service.
Yeah.
So there's a good chance that all those Disney...
No, ain't no good chance. They said they taking it all.
Okay,
they are?
Yeah.
They taking all Disney
all of their stuff.
I guess I'm subscribing to Disney.
I'm
talking about like Punisher and all that shit. Taking that too?
Marvel.
Yeah, that's gone.
Yes.
The Punisher, all that stuff is going to be.
Well, Netflix still has a contract for like I think a season more of a Marvel thing, but after that,
it's gone.
2019.
Oh, wow.
2019.
Yeah, 2019.
Yeah, Toy Story 4.
Yeah, so all
Frozen
the new,
2,
so all the new Netflix originals. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. Disney can take Defender of Kung Lung, Danny Rand, the Mortal Iron Fist. They can have that nigga. They just need to go ahead and leave the other ones. But
yeah.
I mean, the only thing that niggas gonna be watching on Netflix is new Netflix originals and fucking. This is the time for DC to step up and put new episodes of Flash and them stuff on there.
That's what I was thinking, that maybe we might come to a point. I mean, it could be years and years where more companies do their own subscription model and remove themselves from Netflix. I think that's also becoming a little bit of a it could be a problem for some people, like the subscription service thing as a whole. A lot of people are okay, they can afford it, but some people are subscribed to like 9 different subscriptions and you're paying out, upwards of $100 a month on all these different services, and then people have their YouTubers they support or their Twitch streamers, and you're paying for that every month, and then maybe Patreon.
I didn't know. See, that's news to me. I didn't know the Marvel stuff was going. I thought it was just all the Aladdin,
the whole shitbang, dog.
The whole shit.
Like to go off Rick was to go off what Chase was saying about like $100 a month. But the thing is, I don't spend $100 a month, but I don't mind spending $100 a month on things that I want to watch versus like getting a cable bill of like, $100+ whatever out of 300 channels. I only watch 5 channels. You know what I mean? I'd rather have it a la carte for me though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do the same.
Facts.
I don't mind that, but go back on the Netflix thing. Are you sure they're taking on the Marvel stuff though?
Facts.
Man, this says about 2019. Let me see.
Shitty ass Iron Fist is gone.
They're pulling the movies. It says
see, all I see is movies.
The shows. It said the new Marvel shows are expected to be exclusive to the Disney streaming service, according to the Wall Street Journal.
Now I have another question though.
Yeah.
So do you think that since Disney has like all the technology for filming and all that, do you think that their versions of it would be so much better than the Netflix versions?
I hope.
Well, apps, they're gonna bring back. Remember, they're bringing back like what DuckTales, something like that, like from the 60s. They're bringing back all the old shows as a subscription service.
How much is it?
It does.
It's gonna be like
it's got to be the same.
They said it's supposed to be cheaper than Netflix.
What? Netflix is going up to $11.
Yeah, that's not saying much. Netflix keep going up
next month.
Well, I don't know how much the lowest tier of Netflix is.
No. I don't think. Nah, Trey. It's not going to be no $100.
Nah, it's going to be
$100 a month. That's
it's going to be affordable, or else there'd be no point in them removing their stuff. You know what I'm saying?
They would never. No. From what I think it might be, because like I read the article saying that it was gonna match off a price that's near Netflix. It might be like $8.99, $9.99, but they're gonna bring back like their old shit too. Like they're not just bringing back all the current Disney movies.
They're gonna have a lot of stuff.
About the 40s,
yeah, their catalog's huge.
Yeah. Their catalog is ridiculous. And then they just acquired Star Wars, so you're gonna see Star Wars stuff on there. Yeah. You're gonna see Marvel movies, Marvel X-Men movies.
It's gonna be a good service as far as what they offer. Like,
isn't Harry? Forgive me for this because I don't know. Is Harry Potter anything related to Disney right now? Or no, right?
No, not at all. I think that's Warner Brothers.
But what you just said, Ricky, you said right now. Like,
Warner
Disney
Brothers.
might fuck around and buy it, bro. Like Disney got money like that.
Yeah,
Disney got.
I don't know. But let's move on from that. So, EA bought Respawn Entertainment. We already knew that, so we made jokes. They paid Respawn Entertainment $151 million up front, and they supposed to be giving them $164 million on top of that in long-term equity, paid out over 4 years. So in 4 years they're gonna probably be closed. It's not funny.
Yo, shout out to my bad for going back, but shout outs to Corey for it. I agree, bro. I'll pay $10 a month for Netflix for Stranger Things.
Oh yeah. I just finished season 2. I just finished season 2.
Hey, got that.
The last couple of days. That's just real good. But I hope Respawn Entertainment doesn't close. But at the same time, I've not been
EA,
overly
man.
supportive of.
I mean, they will. It's all good.
Respawn is Titanfall, right?
Right.
Yeah.
One and two.
They're making another Star Wars game
and another
apparently.
Titanfall. They're doing a Titanfall, another sequel. It says it on here, so that's a plus for Titanfall fans.
Wait, say that one more again. Who bought them?
EA.
So they closed. Nah, I wouldn't say they're the worst company ever.
Well, they're known for closing people down though.
They top. They're
definitely shit. They closed
top
down
3.
Everybody.
As far as keeping studios open, they
definitely top 3.
I'm sorry, Ricky, but to me, Ricky, when the CEO comes out and says that his idea of charging players in Battlefield $1 or whatever to reload a clip, I don't think so, man.
Oh wow, he did say that. I forgot about that shit.
Yeah, to me, the way I look at it, you can't spell snake without EA. So that's the way I look at it, man. It's snakes, man.
I'll put them and Ubisoft right together.
Stealing that and giving no credit, bro.
Nah, I got EA. I got Activision.
I think EA they're a lot better than they were 3-4 years. Because remember, they was getting worst company in the world. You know what I mean?
Back to back for years.
Last year, I think they didn't get it, but
I think Activision bought all those not having best or worst companies because they didn't destroy a lot of franchises out there that we grew up with. So that's why I always give Activision the.
But I like what JGott just said. That shit was kind of clever. I ain't gonna hold you up. That shit was kind of clean.
I don't know. CD Projekt Red. They've reached the level where I have respect for them. And they work as like Rockstar. Somebody tweeted and said something about that they were going to be doing an in-game purchase model so that they can be up to the times. And CD Projekt Red retweeted or responded on Twitter, and they said this game that we're doing, it's called Cyberpunk 2077. They said this game that we're doing is going to be nothing less than The Witcher 3. They said there's going to be no hidden catch. You get what you pay for. They said this. They said no bullshit, and we leave greed to others. And I heard all kind of funk flex bombs when I read that shit. They said we leave the greed to others. They ain't even have to say who it is because we all know who it is. So
they said no bullshit.
Yeah, I like that. When there's a company that, they could make more money if they decided to go that route, but they decide that, I don't know if it's worth it for us to do that to the consumer. And our last game did super well, and we gave a gang of DLC for free, so why not do it again? So that we have that. Hulu's on the Nintendo Switch already. Probably, when did that go up?
I've had it for like maybe
A couple weeks.
I don't know. I put it up like 2-3 weeks ago. I took a picture of it.
So that's a plus. I'm still disappointed with that aspect of the Switch. I felt like at launch or a little bit after launch, we should have had, a YouTube app, a Netflix, a Hulu, and stuff like that. It's just when you have a mobile device like that, if they can get rid of other people's devices and people exclusively use their handheld to watch stuff when they're on the road, I think that would be better for them, but they didn't do it yet. So
my thing that pisses me off with these companies, Xbox, Microsoft, PlayStation, Nintendo, it just really aggravates me how they remove features that were in the previous iteration of what they had. Like, how are you gonna get rid of Netflix and Hulu if it was on the Wii U? Like, that makes zero sense to me.
I heard
You're right about that.
licensing. Like,
nah,
they gotta pay for that crap. That's what I heard.
They have to pay? That's
no. Like, Hulu has to pay them, like, to get on that device.
I'm not surprised.
That's what I heard. That should sound crazy.
I just don't like that. Like, that shit is so petty.
I 100%.
I'm sure that there is some real shit behind it that we don't know anything about, but it's stupid, bro. That's like me getting a brand new phone and it doesn't have none of the features that the previous one had. Like, I wanted to have the same features, but also better ones. Like, that's the reason why I'm getting Samsung Galaxy 8 and not sticking with the 7. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like, yeah. I don't know. It aggravates me. Like, but it's not like I really watch, Hulu or Netflix on my Switch anyway, especially with a lot of, like, if you traveling or going on the road or something like that.
Yeah, it doesn't really help.
A lot of hotels nowadays have that stuff built in for free. Like, so you can just log into your Netflix or log into your Hulu. So
yeah. There is Warner Brothers is setting up a Harry Potter game division, and we're supposed to be getting a Harry Potter game that's from the people that made Pokemon Go. It's actually going to come out next year. It's called Harry Potter Wizards Unite.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a mobile game. I believe it's going to be a mobile game. But there's other Harry Potter games that are supposed to be getting worked on.
I mean, I
it says mobile and console Harry Potter titles under a new label. It's called Portkey Games.
I mess with Harold James Potter. I'll check it out.
Yeah.
If it's free.
So is there gonna be a UTX Harry Potter the Dawn?
I mean, if it's free.
Yeah.
I'm not buying for it, but if it's free.
Assassin's Creed Origins has sold twice as fast as Syndicate. That's great. That's great news. And I'm here to say, if you've missed our other shows, I'm a fan of Assassin's Creed, period. But just like your favorite sports team, sometimes you got to know when your team is ass. And we was ass for at least 4 years, dog, when I compare it to the first few games. I have not really thought highly of an Assassin's Creed game since Revelations. And I'm not saying the other ones was garbage, but a couple of them shits was pretty bad. One of them was all right. Overall, I felt like the series was it got real weird, and the quality went way down after Revelations. Then they put out Rogue and Syndicate Rogue and Unity the same year. They had Black Flag, they had 3, they had Syndicate, all these games, and they got like 5 spin-off mobile games. They had all this shit. It was too much.
A whack-ass movie.
So they decided to take a couple years off. The movie was ass too, in my opinion. I know you liked it. We're going to talk about it.
Hold on. Don't put words in my mouth.
You said you didn't hate it. Okay.
I said it was all right.
He said
I liked it.
He said
it wasn't as bad as everybody made it seem like it was.
All right. But they took a couple years off, and what they brought out this year, I'm proud to say this game is really good. The story's good. The gameplay has a lot of improvements. The characters are good. It runs better. It's still not, in my opinion, where it should be as far as.
I think you get a crossbow. That's all I needed.
I'm still having like frame dips and all the other stuff, but I don't know if you experienced that on console anyway. But the demand or the requirements on PC are high.
Yeah, they've always said it was trash on PC. But it's never good.
Yeah, I actually recommend Assassin's Creed Origins, especially if you like the first few games. Even if you didn't like the last 3, I would still recommend you get this. So this game is selling twice as fast as Syndicate, and their revenue for Assassin's Creed is up or the sales. I'm sorry, Ubisoft sales are up 65%, and their digital revenue is up 70%. So if you ain't really, you might want to wait for a price drop, but I definitely recommend Assassin's Creed. Like I can tell that these dudes was playing The Witcher. They was playing other games because the way they set up the menus and all of that, they were reminding me a lot of The Witcher. And then now he's like investigating scenes and all of that. Some of the side quests have.
What's the dynamic between you and the Hawk? Like, I seen that you can switch to it, I guess, and
Eagle
like mark
Vision's
people.
Gone. Yeah, Eagle Vision is gone. Like, you can't tap a button and get like the Eagle Vision mode where you could target your enemy and he's yellow. Your eagle now does all of that stuff for you. Your eagle marks all your enemies for you. Your eagle can help you fight, but it's not overpowered. Your eagle can just like harass some of the enemies a little bit once you level it up. But it's really there for you to do all your intel, pretty much. That's what the eagle's there for. There is no radar anymore. Before you had your radar. You could see all the dots and you knew there was enemies here. And then once you upgraded on the newer ones, they had the dots, had like the direction where they were looking. There's none of that. They don't hold your hand as much on this game. You have to play without a radar. All you have is your eagle, which can't be called in if you're indoors anyway. So they've added a level of difficulty that was not there. And they also added easy, medium, or easy, normal, and hard. I don't remember there being difficulties on the other games. There might have been. I don't remember it. So they give you an option if you want to play the game with a little bit more difficulty. So yeah.
I heard it's a grind fest after a while. Is that true?
It's a what?
A grind fest after a while?
Yeah, it is. It definitely is. Like there's I've unlocked or found 40 side quests, and every time I do a mission, more show up. It definitely becomes like a grind fest for sure. But the thing with the side quests is a lot of them are good, and it's not just you go talk to somebody. Like some of them have full on sub stories and cutscenes that look like they're the main story. There's been a couple times where I went to a side quest because I record all my side quests off camera. And or I played my side quest and it went to a cutscene and I'm like, shit, I think I just entered the main quest. And I look at my menu and it wasn't. So I recommend it. So good for Ubisoft. Telltale came through though. They laying off 25% of they staff, man.
Yeah, that sucks.
90 people. They said they wanted, with these layoffs, they want to be more competitive as a developer and a publisher of groundbreaking story-driven gaming experiences with an emphasis on high quality. I got a question for y'all.
Yeah. The
Telltale model, for me, when I first tried it in 2012, I was like, yo, this shit's whack. I went back and replayed it, and I did The Walking Dead, the first one. I was like, yo, I actually really like this. And I've played a lot, the majority of their games. The only thing I skipped totally was the Borderlands and the Minecraft. I like their stories and everything, but it's getting to a place where like I kind of want to see them. They can continue to do that, but I kind of want to see them do other games where you get to do more as a player. Like, are any of y'all getting tired of the style of gameplay that they're doing with their games?
Yeah, I am. They have that Urkel effect. They're only known for one thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like for one too. Yeah, like for one. I didn't know. First of all, I don't want anybody to lose their job. I mean, that's a livelihood, right? So,
right.
But you said it was 90 people, right? You said 90.
90 people will be affected, and 25% of the whole workforce.
Damn. So their staff, they staff over 400 people. Then I imagine, right? Or close to 400, I guess. But anyways, but like one thing they need to change. They need to change that damn engine they got. That engine needs to go to Unreal or Crytek's or something. That engine they got, it's kind of janky. It's kind of dated right now. But their whole gameplay model, it's cool, but it's like, when you get another Telltale game, no matter what decisions you make, the outcome's always the same. Apparently, you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't matter. The ending's gonna be the ending. So they need to like either have, like you said, like a story division and maybe action story division, like separate them or something, or maybe just mix it up a little bit because they're getting kind of stagnant. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Me personally, I don't care so much because like I like Telltale games, but I don't take them too seriously. It's not like something like I only play them on my tablet, so like I don't really, and I don't get every single one. So and it's not like the games are bad because pretty much probably all of them are good, maybe except for one or two. It's it's just a cool game to pass the time. That's kind of what I play Telltale. Like, I don't go out and be like, oh, I need to buy this new Telltale. It's more or less like I'll get it when I get it, and I'll just play it on my tablet when I am just not doing anything.
I got you.
What about you?
This is where I'm gonna speak up like as a viewer. I watch like multiple people's like walkthroughs on Telltale games because I've played only a few of them, so I don't even dedicate my time to playing Telltale. And I think you notice some people notice I'm not even a fan of like quick time event games like that, so I stay away from that. That's why even though I played Heavy Rain and I played
God of War.
I'm sorry, not QT. What is that shit again? Like no, I love God of War, but what type of game is that again?
Decision making
games. Yeah.
Point and click.
Point and click.
So,
okay.
were you like Detroit Being Human?
Nah, I'm not hyped for that shit.
I'm getting that, boy.
No, I know. That's what I'm saying. And what did I tell you? I don't know if you remember, Chase. I said, I can't wait till you get it because I'm gonna watch your walk.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of point and click. Yeah, let me correct myself. Point and click games. So I've played Heavy Rain back PS3. I played Until Dawn, which was kind of dope though because I like the story, even though my people's fucking died. But as far as like every one of those games, I'm not a fan of those point and click. I'm more of like the viewer where I like to watch, certain people play out their story and see what's the decision making. I will say though, with Telltale, listening to everybody who's played Telltale, they say a lot of the same things where the decisions don't really matter much in some of these games. So I would hope if, like JGott said, they update the engine, but they can also expand some of the stories. Whereas I'm the viewer, I would like to see some real shit go down, depending on the decisions you guys make when y'all play.
Man, they could keep doing what they do, but I wouldn't be mad at them if they said, okay, let's work on these projects, but with their storytelling abilities and their voice acting, it would be good to see them do another game where you have more stuff that you as a player can actually do and have that story.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying?
Like some sort of like better base of operations, more or less, like something that you could do in the background, like that would be kind of lit, like something you could do in the background, kind of like not exactly like this, but like maybe they add some sort of like social functionality that allows you to like maybe use shit via Twitter or via whatever. I don't know. I can see what you're saying though. Something they got to change something in order to keep going up because I know a lot of people feel like the games are stale, or super repetitive.
So wait, one thing, because with Detroit Become Human, that's a game that when we sat down and watched it, I know Chase, like even at E3, every one of those booths got me like tired out because I was just like, all right, show us the damn game. But actually, like the game looks so good.
That shit looked amazing.
Looking at it, I'm like, fuck, I wish you could control her or the character when the action takes place. Because with those point and click, you notice when we seen the gameplay, every time there was about to be something groundbreaking, all you did was click, and then they did the scene themselves. Yeah,
click an option.
But the thing,
but I understand that's the
premise. It's different with Quantic Dream because that's who made Detroit
Rain.
Become Human, Heavy Rain,
Beyond
Two Souls, and they have another game called Fahrenheit. I never played Fahrenheit.
Oh wow! No,
and then I think they made. Did they do Until Dawn? Who was that? Was that them?
No, that's somebody else.
Okay,
no, I forget who it was.
But those games I just said, maybe you don't have more control of the player, but you have to be more on your toes because they require you to do a lot more with the controller. With Until Dawn and Heavy Rain and all those, you have to use the motion control. So you might have to shake the controller or twist the controller or all that other stuff. You're not just picking answers.
No, I've seen your walkthrough. Yeah, I've seen how intense it got.
See, on the tablet, it's pretty much just picking answers, but you also like drag. When you touch the button, you move or whatever. But it's not like so in depth on the tablet.
So I would like to see that.
I know Beyond Two Souls had some QTEs in there.
Yeah,
so.
You had to move.
Yeah.
Aiden, I think that's how she pronounced it. And all that kind of stuff. So I felt like I was more involved as a player because while they might have all been QTEs, they were. I mean, some of that shit got real complex. I remember I was playing Until Dawn. All but I think all those players could die at some point during the playthrough. Like there was at the end of the game when you're trying to escape the cabin, they want you to not move your controller at all. So you have to keep it steady. If you move that shit, your characters is dead. Like that kind of stuff, like real consequences for the way you play are important. So I want to see Telltale add that. Y'all talking about y'all want to be more competitive. I mean, nobody's competing.
Oh, Telltale said that?
Yeah, nobody's competing with
yeah.
them that do that style of game because Telltale puts out more games and I think they sell better. But I want to see more stuff like that, and I'm sure they could find other things that we haven't seen that they can do.
Well, to be honest with you, yeah, because as far as competing goes, they're gonna have to match up to Detroit Become Human. Because you remember when they were showcasing it, how many endings they said that they had, like over 30 or something like that.
It was actually 30 endings on Heavy Rain. There's a YouTube video. It's like 30 minutes long.
30 different ways.
Yeah,
because of your decision making. So I mean, if Telltale, because we've been hearing that for a while now, that with Telltale, people want to see a new engine, a brand new engine. People want to expand a little bit on their stories. I think we spoke about it when you played Batman, when it first dropped, that some of the decision making, we would like to see some of the decision making actually matter with a Telltale game. So I mean, if they can, the whole laying off employee thing, I don't know how much that's going to affect development and more story writing time and just that end, but that would be cool though for those fans who, they want to see that what they've said in the very beginning, that the bottom of the game doesn't say this is going to matter or something like that, and it actually does something to alter the game story at the end. So that would be kind of cool.
Yeah. There's good news for Hitman fans. We announced that they were splitting from Square Enix or Sony, or not Sony, but Square Enix. There's actually a new Hitman game in development right now,
as
apparently.
well as I think a Netflix and originals too.
I think it was.
I think they're working on.
Yeah, I heard about that too.
Was it Hulu? It was one of
Hulu.
them. Yeah.
Might be Hulu.
I think that'd be a decent.
Is it good that they split? I'm confused.
Okay, so they split from Square Enix, and they didn't know the future of their game because they didn't have anybody to publish the game for them. They didn't have the resources necessarily to do another game. They didn't know if they did get a new publisher, how much creative control they were going to have. So they're much better now. They have their getting the game worked on right now. It doesn't say who's going to publish it or anything like that, but they said they're making great progress right now. But we won't see anything about the game until next year. So that's good. Show-wise, I mean, I just hope we don't see an Agent 47 in there just guns blazing shooting everybody, because that's not really what he do. Y'all know how they sensationalize.
Yeah, he's stealthy.
Some of the stuff. I mean,
I'm always down for shows, because I'm always of the thought that you can give a show one season. I mean, I'm sure TV shows cost far less than making a movie, and I would much rather them try a TV show before they make a movie. And because I remember, I think they made a Hitman movie.
Yeah, they did.
And I don't know what people thought about it. I don't even remember watching it.
I heard it was never mind. I'm not gonna say it.
I didn't hear it was that. I didn't hear it wasn't good.
So I'm down for a show. Like I said, they should have did that with Assassin's Creed. They should have did a Netflix original of Assassin's Creed.
Certain games need shows versus movies. I would say,
because isn't The Witcher supposed to be coming out soon next year too?
That's what I heard about that too.
There was a bunch of stuff that we covered. I think The Witcher was on there, and there's supposed to be a Mario movie coming out. I hope it's
there's a new live action Pokemon movie coming out actually.
Well,
and the person that was in the Get Down, the main character in the Get Down, he's Ash. Or I don't know if he's Ash Ketchum, but he's the main character in the show.
So does he throw a real life mouse?
I have no clue. I mean, it's
remember Dragon Ball, Prof. Remember that movie?
Don't nobody not forget. That's the worst animated. Man, that shit was the worst movie ever. That shit was worse than Avatar. Avatar was, man.
So was it worse than Street Fighter? It had it. Absolutely. Yeah,
Dragon Ball Evolution is the worst thing known to man.
Whoa, it's not worse than House of the Dead.
It's the worst movie ever.
Of course it is.
What? Have you not seen? Have you seen Dragon Ball Evolution?
Nah, but House of the Dead was ass.
It's on Netflix.
Nah, bro.
It wasn't good, but
that shit wasn't worse than Dragon Ball Evolution. Nah, B. Scary Movie 5 is better than Dragon Ball.
Whoa! I couldn't get through.
You don't understand how bad that shit. Dragon Ball Evolution is the worst shit ever, B. Yeah. There's not one person alive that'll say it was pretty good.
Matter of fact, even worse, I would rather spend $60 on Homefront: The Revolution than watch that Dragon Ball bullshit.
I would rather go and buy 2K.
I'd rather buy more COD points and open up grips.
Yeah. You had a question.
That $40 that he spent was better than watching Dragon Ball Evolution. Like, oh,
Damn. Yeah, JGott, what's up, man?
No, like I say, do you think video game shows are gonna like be a thing? Because I don't know of any like live action that have been around at all.
They are that one person, the first person that doesn't take it serious creates a standard where it's actually good, and the other people that want to do it also need to make sure they're up to the standard. Because if it's whack, then we just gonna see a whole bunch of whack shit. I think that's what happened with the video game movies. Not all of them are bad, but 90% of them shits suck ass. They might have been alright as a kid, but you go look at that
Mortal
shit.
Kombat was definitely fire when I was younger until I watched it out.
Like,
no, the second one I always knew was ass, even as a kid, but it was just fire because I was like, yo, they got my man Rain in there, even though he died in like the first 10 seconds. And then they finally hit the animality, and I was kind of lit. But yeah, that movie was ass, though.
So wait. One question for each of you guys. What video game would you like to see be a TV show, not a movie? Just TV series.
TV show?
You said BioShock? That's not a bad one.
BioShock would be great for me.
What about you, JGott?
Do you think they could do a Double Dragon TV show?
They did. Well, they had a movie.
That movie was ass.
I didn't want to get exposed.
I thought the movies were considered good for that time.
No.
Like, I've never really heard somebody trash those movies. Like, I've always heard trash, like,
bro, that shit was ass.
Super Mario movies, like, and all those shit. I've heard people trash those, but I never heard nobody trash Double Dragon.
No, but like seriously, maybe. I mean, I never thought of it thoroughly all the way, but maybe a Streets of Rage.
I knew you was gonna say that. As soon as you say Double Dragon, I knew Streets of Rage was coming right after.
wasn't the main guy like a kingpin or something like that? Like some criminal, like some mob boss criminal or whatever.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe. Like I feel like BioShock would be good. Fallout might be really good.
Yeah, I would say God of War.
Yeah, well, of course, I would definitely
fire.
I would watch a movie though. Let's get it. PUBG is a brand new TV show.
Oh God!
We got that. Yo, we got that. The Hunger Games, bro. We got that. That's the Hunger Games. Right
Facts. It is the Hunger Games.
Yeah, I can't think of anyone that I would really be confident in. Actually.
Really?
Honestly, yeah.
Out of all the games that you play, you can't think.
I'm sure there's one, but just off top.
You don't think the Evil Within?
Yo,
too,
Yakuza,
like,
yo, there we go.
Yakuza would probably be a dope anime type of TV show.
That shit will be fire. That's the only thing I could think of right off top. And just because of the way the game is, I think they'd be able to.
I mean, I think Assassin's Creed could be good. I really do.
You know why? Because games like
HBO
that,
get it. HBO got to get it.
HBO. What about AMC and HBO would better? Yeah, HBO.
Man, if it's a video game,
let me ask y'all a question.
HBO get it. I think they'll all be all right.
Have you ever seen the show Black Sails?
I don't know what that is.
I'm gonna put y'all on it. It's really good. It's a Hulu TV show. It's actually really good.
Tekken would probably be fire. Wow.
I don't know if I would like a fighting. Maybe. Yeah. I'll take that back.
The reason why I said God of War is because they can really stretch out the series every time he encounters something too. So instead of it being rushed in like a 2-hour movie, they can really extend that shit. Just like Assassin's Creed. Assassin's Creed look like it'll be great for a TV show.
If we being honest, and catch what I just did right there, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to my nigga Giannis. But if we being G with it, those Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter shits that Machinima
remember that?
Those were good. Those were actually good.
Why can't they just take those and make those?
Wait. Machinima did that?
Yeah, they were like 6-7 minute shorts, right?
Yeah, they was like little episodes.
They did 60-40 scenes? That was lit.
They did what? It was like first season. The first season was like like 12 episodes or something like that. Like the Street Fighter was good and the Mortal Kombat was fire. Street Fighter was good too, but the Mortal Kombat was really fun.
Yeah, with the way they were describing each of the characters, I was like, yeah, that shit.
Like even the people that did, I don't know if y'all seen like a few years ago, they did the Dragon Ball Z shit on here. They just redid it now. They just fully made it. It's like 44 minutes. That shit was fire. It seemed like people on YouTube do a better job than people in Hollywood.
Oh hell yeah, because of
at creating these things.
Yeah.
Why has that Mortal Kombat not been picked up? Is I don't understand it.
I think that was probably also a promo. Like
isn't that a Warner Bros. Thing?
They had a partnership. Probably. Yeah, it is.
You said L.A. Noire would be probably the most realistic TV show.
That would be a great TV
cold
show.
As hell, but cold.
Yo, a Red Dead TV show would be fire as hell too. Shit with the West
Fight Night. show would be lit. I would definitely watch Fight Night. Like Fight Night champion, put my nigga Ice.
Yo, imagine like we would only be able to watch certain characters fight in the show if we paid deals. Never mind. Yeah, I feel that.
Let's move on. We got let's talk about net neutrality. JGott, I actually want you to to you know,
kill that whole
explain
shit
it and all that, and then we'll go off of you. So net neutrality. Go.
Okay, so basically what it is that it was written into law a few years back, back when the GOAT was the president, you know, Obama, that basically that these internet telecom communication companies they couldn't more or less they put regulations on them so they couldn't just, how can I word it? Pretty much put limitations on your internet connection, like to where, say you come to YouTube right now, like they couldn't throttle the speed and whatnot. The internet was free of everything. Is that like basically the internet itself had kind of like the freedom of speech type of amendment to it. So now what's going on is that this guy named Asian Pie, or I can't remember his first name. Anyway, he's trying to repeal the Net Neutrality Act that went in a few years ago. So what would happen is if it gets repealed is that the things that we enjoy with the internet, being able to go to different sites and everything freely, can change and probably will change to where Verizon, AT&T, Comcast, all of them can limit your access to sites or just not have you go to sites at all. So that's something you don't want to have, you know, because some businesses, they strive off the internet. You know, if you have a channel that, you know, off YouTube that you base all your money off that, then that'll, you know, affect you. For instance, personally, in my personal life, not me in general, but my brother and his girlfriend, they both have businesses that they use Facebook and other internet sites to help advertise for them. So if you have a business that you use Facebook to advertise, imagine if your internet provider will not allow you to go to Facebook to put your ads there to try to get business for your own business. So things like that can happen. You know, you don't want these companies to, you know, start limiting your access to certain sites, even like Netflix being throttled at certain times of the day. You know, when you have a 4K TV, you pay Netflix that premium price to get a 4K feed, but you know, it's 5 o'clock, 5 to 10. Well, your feed is gonna come in at sub HD. It might come in at 720 or something like that. You know, so things like this can happen. It sounds kind of crazy, but look, we're talking about Wall Street here. You know, they'll find ways to get more money out of everybody. So what we're trying to let everybody know is that you need to start speaking, you know, to your senator, legislator, anybody in your city that kind of runs it, I guess. But there's a website that's called battleforthenet.net.
It's in the description. I put it in the top of the description.
What you could do there, it's pretty easy. It's cut and dry. I use it. You sign up with your phone, and I forget what the 5-digit text is, and it'll send you more or less an easy way of writing a letter to them. So I'll ask you what your name is, where do you live, and what do you want to say to your senator in your area, you know, senator, mayor, or whatever, or even the president, and you select the individual who it is, and it'll go ahead and write the letter, you know, like I guess professionally or in a way that, you know, Congress understands, I guess, for you on your behalf. So you don't have to sit there and write something, you know, down on a piece of paper and stick it in the mail. Yes, you can still do that, but this is a more unique way of doing it, which seems to be a lot easier to use. And also it can remind you daily to send your senator or mayor a letter every day, just to bring attention to the situation, because it's pretty a big deal. If you go to Reddit, I don't know if anybody here has a Reddit account or whatever.
I stay on Reddit.
Yeah, it's on every subreddit, like everyone. It's a serious thing.
It's in my mobile game communities that I'm in. It's every community that I'm in. It's the number one thing. So yeah. This is real serious. And to put it in more perspective, because he did a great job of explaining it, thank you. I'm gonna need y'all to really understand what this man is saying. This man is telling y'all that y'all can't go to Pornhub for free no more, baby. None of that.
Yeah.
NXX, none of that. You can't go none of these sites, baby. It's over with, bro. The game is over. You gonna have to go outside. No, you don't want to go outside.
So and also just to I don't know if some of these people here remember the time this happened, but do you remember when for instance, I have AT&T as my carrier for cell phone, So if I were to call you Chase and you're outside of my network, I had to like the minutes used is I'm charged for that.
Right.
Like it's basically what's gonna happen. Like if YouTube and Pornhub or whatever are outside of your ISP's network, they're gonna charge you extra just to go to those sites. And that's
ain't
like
no more
that's
going to
ridiculous.
McDonald's. Ain't no more going to McDonald's for free Wi-Fi,
look,
bitch.
and keep this in mind. If you listening, we are saying things that could potentially happen.
Right.
We're not saying that this is all. First of all, it's going to depend on whoever your internet provider is. Anyway, one of the examples that they gave, which is probably one of the the more minor things, was they could basically make it so that, let's say Yahoo pays Verizon, and then Verizon makes it that your search engine is automatically Yahoo, and you can't get to Google. They have complete control over the content that you can search on your computer. If this goes into place, they can decide to bill you additional money for any websites that you want to use that are outside of their network. They can change your search engines. They can make it so that your internet speed is slower for certain websites. They get full control.
And they already damn near throttle your shit now.
Yeah,
so imagine them being double throttled.
I know Comcast, if you download a certain number of gigs, they throttle your internet that month. Verizon, I haven't had anything like that with them. And all my people with all the download links and all that, we in the age of digital gaming and shit like that too. We doing a lot of downloads so that we don't have to store.
And also for those that got an Xbox One X, so those 4K patches, they're pretty big, aren't they? I heard they're like 100 gigs or 60 gigs or whatever. So imagine your provider being throttled because you're downloading from Xbox or something. You know, just like anything you can think of that can happen. I mean, like,
imagine 2K patches. You're gonna be downloading 2K's first patch when the 8th patch comes out.
There may not be. This is all they can. All the freedom we have, they can control everything we do. They can keep
that's scary
on Wikipedia if they want to. They can stop you from like information that you might want to get. You might want to look up political news. They can decide that they're going to block certain websites from you. So even if you're not, you know, I know there's a lot of people out here talking about porn. That's like the least of y'all worry. Well, not for everyone.
Nah, it's not, B. That's why I said it.
Yeah, that's therapeutic.
I'm just saying.
Look, all I know is niggas start paying attention once they're
I'm saying that's different than them deciding to take information from people. Like that. That's a real.
Is this. Can y'all picture this future? Because I can see it, and it doesn't look good. You have to go to Verizon just to be able to use Twitter or Facebook.
Or
like companies are literally going to fight and try to snatch up things so you come here. Like they was doing that. Like they're doing that now, right? So like you can go to Verizon and get like special Pokemon Go shit for free. You know what I'm saying? Right. Imagine, they do it for like Sprint, like stuff like that. McDonald's has some shit going on.
Yeah.
Imagine having to go to Verizon to use Instagram. Everywhere else, you have to pay $10.99 just to use Instagram.
Yeah, look,
they're trying to bring us back prepaid plans and shit, yo.
Look, imagine there's some information about a celebrity, a politician that it is something that would destroy their career. It's important for us to know. Imagine that person contacting internet service providers and telling them to block all the websites that are
use their name
that are using their
promoting
name.
This shit. So like all those news websites, we wouldn't be able to talk about certain things on YouTube anymore because we'd be getting flagged and or banned off of it.
That without the shit. So,
right.
You know, like that's
like it'd basically be Nintendo all the time.
And that's the end of it right there.
Yeah, basically, that's a perfect example, bro.
We gonna get Nintendo. Nobody wants to get Nintendo.
You know what? No. You know what's real sad though? Like YouTube is definitely something like therapeutic for a lot of us, right? Like when I got nothing to do, I be down. I'll be something like there's people out there who be legit going on YouTube just to get their mind off. Imagine you get on YouTube. Exactly, same here. Imagine going on YouTube and you're like, let me watch what Prof is $4.99. Like, God, what Prof, man?
Or I'm not 480p video.
But the shit is real.
I think some of this comes from, just the cable companies, at least, because I don't know if you guys know, but cable subscriptions, they're dropping every month, like every quarter. They lose thousands of millions of people.
That's because they lying. They told me my bill was $99. That shit's over $200 sometimes.
Yeah, yo, you ever seen the ads? $75 for everything. Next thing you know, after taxes and everything, that shit said like $180. I'm like,
So like a lot of it is it's like a chain reaction. Like, you know, they know everybody's using the internet for everything, so you know they got to find ways to try to make more money out of everybody. And
they might have a payment plan for this shit too. Like that. That's crazy.
It's getting pretty bad, man. You know, so that's why we need everybody just to, you know, I guess. I know it's kind of hard to get people to hit the like button, but I need people to kind of do their part in this one at least, because this is going to affect everybody. You know, everybody's gonna be affected by this if it gets repealed. And they're trying. What's more effed up about it is that they're trying to do this during Thanksgiving when nobody pays attention.
Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned that.
That's smart. I ain't gonna lie. I hate them niggas. Fuck them niggas. But like, that's definitely smart as fuck. Try to get them. Yes, get them when no one's looking.
Yeah.
Because that's how snakes move, baby. They move in the grass, baby. They ain't gonna come out here in the open for you. They gonna get you in the grass. Yeah.
So like the thing on Reddit, like I'm glad it's been put in subreddits, but some people have said if gamers can band together to get after EA, there's no reason why we can't band together to do this. This is more reason.
Important. Fuck EA. Yeah. This is way more important. This makes EA look like a baby.
Exactly.
Like this is for the future of the internet as we know it. This is probably the biggest thing to happen to the internet ever.
And it's going to be back.
With the exception of the internet being big.
SOPA and all that other stuff. It always makes its rounds. It usually gets stopped every time, so we just got to.
Yeah, it does. It gets stopped all the time.
But this one is kind of crazy, like y'all mentioned.
They did it the way they're doing it now, because this usually happens. Like I remember, like a few years ago, it came up, and it was like maybe in August or like some random time. But now it's during Thanksgiving, so they know people ain't paying attention to that. So we got to keep honestly having this thing trend on Twitter. It trended like yesterday all day on Twitter, but we really need to find a way to make it like.
And we're going to use the internet to do it. We're going to use
link is in the description. Link is in the description.
Yeah, link's in the description.
Link is in the description.
Let me go ahead and read out this donation. Kenil Harton, shout out to Kenil Harton. What's good, chat? What up, GMG family? In the giving mood this evening, giving up this dono and later. Wifey getting this BEB work, facts. Wow. All right, so we got through all these topics. The last thing we have is this Call of Duty World War II. Now that I have, 10 hours, I'm like, I didn't prestige. I just seen dudes prestige the first day I logged on. That shit was like, it was crazy. My assumption is some of the people had the game early, but some of them probably just didn't wash up or nothing like that. But, so, JGott, Call of Duty. Where's Call of Duty with you in life, yo?
What game was that?
Damn. When the last time you cared about a Call of Duty game?
The last one I played was Black Ops 2, and those bouncing baddies, that's so much fuckery. I couldn't take it anymore. I was like, this is cool. I stopped playing. Because the first time I experienced it, this is like back when the first one, Modern Warfare came out.
Right.
It was 06, right?
2006, 2007, one of those two.
Greatness.
Yeah, when I first played it, like I came off Counter-Strike. So like to me, I was like, trying to adapt to the controller, right? I got used to it. It was cool. It was different. But like, I guess the yearly releases has got kind of stale. So for me, it's cool, but not for me. I got one question though. I don't know if you played the story though, but correct me if I'm wrong. I heard that the story in Call of Duty World War II is the same one as the other one, as the other World War II one that they had like years ago.
No, not even close.
I go right to the multiplayer, yo.
Nah, I think what was probably like what was like the confusion is how good the story was. They don't even got characters related to anything of like the characters in World at War. Plus, if they were to steal a story from World at War, I think it would have been circulating the net. It would have been big. I would have seen Angry Joe even calling it out. I heard good things about the story, but it was probably that the story was good, just like World War II, because a lot of people went off of World at War. Like, I hope this story is going to be good.
The original story was really good.
Yeah, it was really good.
And maybe it was similar because it's co-op, because the original one was co-op as well. Like you can do 4 players.
Really?
And yeah, the original Call of Duty World at War was 4 player.
Yep.
So yeah,
but this one put more emphasis on. Yeah, this one put more emphasis on just a couple individuals who I guess they like this brotherhood, and it had nothing related to where in the story you thought there was an experiment going on with zombies, and then all of a sudden you see zombies at the end. Now it had nothing related to that. It was almost like a Saving Private Ryan, like one of those kind of things. But it was a good story. I think in hard mode it didn't even matter. Like it was weird, like how easy the story was, but the story was actually good. I give Sledgehammer that, bro. Story was good.
As you can see, you know, I don't play Call of Duty anymore.
I know.
Yeah,
I know.
But I like watching people play, you know, because like Ricky, he be getting mad for some reason, but I watch some of your streams.
Call of Duty is the game that you watch just to watch other people get mad.
Yeah, I watch it. Ricky, I guess I shot him.
Yeah, no, you had to see Jake. He was like, the
it's like the headshots, I guess. They're kind of glitched on online or whatever. So
Sledgehammer sucks.
I haven't personally played it. I don't plan on playing it. I'm done with Call of Duty. No more Activision products, baby. Except for the grandfather in Destiny already.
I'm waiting for that.
Except for the grandfather Destiny already. But yeah, but I haven't even watched. I watched Ricky stream a little bit. I played the beta. The beta was meh. I didn't really give two fucks about it. It's not really. I don't know. I just don't care. I feel like that's just what it is. I feel like I finally reached a point where I just don't need to have it. Like I feel like that was the game that you always needed to have just to have it. And you played it because all your friends played it. Now, I'll just talk to y'all niggas about it. Like this is the second Call of Duty. I don't know a single kill streak. I don't watch videos, exceptions of watching my boys stream it. And it's not even like it's boring. I just got the bug out.
No interest. I know. Yeah, it just happens over time.
Yeah, I just got the bug out. Like again, I will only buy another Call of Duty games if they remaster Modern Warfare 2, Black Ops 1. And Black Ops 2, and they put it all in one. And that's the only other time I'll buy another Call of Duty.
They might do something like that.
And I don't foresee that happening because they would have been did it.
Yeah. All right.
But the zombies definitely look fun.
I haven't touched the zombies. I only hear good things about the zombies. Now, multiplayer, I'm going to preface this by saying I have 10 hours. I'm like level 40. All right. 10 hours is more than enough for you to know whether or not a game is good, bad, or if it should be recommended. So anybody that says you should play more than 10 hours, you're weird. You're goofy, actually. 10 hours? Some games ain't 10 hours long. So for you to tell, I'm sorry.
Well, go ahead, bro.
Nah, because you know shit is coming, and if it ain't live comments, it be the weirdos that ain't sub that show up after the fact because they mad. Like, I'm just gonna go ahead and get them out the way now. 10 hours is more than enough for any video game ever for you to know what's up.
We could tell if it's toilet water, dookie tissue. We could tell.
We could tell during reveals what some of the stuff is. Now, when we went to E3, we did a live reaction video at E3 on Ricky's channel. I raged about the maps during the reaction video. I wasn't playing. I just seen what it was. So, all right. Now, wait, you play with a party of 3 or 4, the game is actually fun. It's also nice when you play with people that are actually competent players because we all know randoms ruin the experience for everybody. That's on Kart, that's on Battlefield, League of Legends, over every game.
NBA Live 8.
Yo,
oh, come on,
randoms ruin everything. And it's not because, they're all bad. It's because a lot of them, they don't care if they ever become players who aren't an embarrassment to the other people on the team. I didn't see dudes on the park. Their record was 2-67. Why are you here, dog? Nobody wants to play with you. I don't even play park, but I just know you don't want those players, man. So when you play with a party of 3 or 4, the game is fun. Everybody's clowning around, and rage will ensue. Now, how do I describe World War II? All right. Imagine this. Imagine all the Call of Duties. Imagine all the stuff that you disliked about those games. All right. Now imagine that all that shit is in one game. Look, if you've ever raged about bad maps, this game has it. If you've ever raged about the camera angles on Black Ops 2 because somebody sees you before you see them, and on the kill cam, it looked like you was just looking at them and just let them shoot you in the face. That's on here. If you've ever raged about weird connections or hit detection, that's on this game. Have you ever said the kill streaks are terrible? These kill streaks, bruh, are they might be worse than Ghost, dog. Ghost had a SATCOM, which was the worst kill streak ever in Call of Duty. And this game is debatable whether or not this game has worse kill streaks than Ghost.
What the hell did the SATCOM do?
It was a UAV
that could be shot from the floor. I don't even
remember what that shit. Wasn't it on the ground?
It was on the ground, bro. Spawns. If you've ever complained about spawns, this game has. Every year somebody says this game has the worst spawns. This game, without a doubt, has some of the worst spawns on Call of Duty ever. I'm not lying to you. Anybody that's played this game should know. We all play. I mean, we are seasoned Call of Duty players over the years. If you play with a party, you play domination, you know what it is. We're going to go ahead and get A and B or B and C, and they're not getting out the spawn. That's what we doing. You play demolition, you plant the first bomb, let the time run out, you let the other team win the second round, and on round 3, you bust everybody's ass. That's how you play on this game. Well, let me step back. You did that on objective modes, right? Spawn trapping. That's part of the game. Why can you spawn trap on team deathmatch? I'm not lying. I swear to God, especially if
you can spawn trap on freefall.
On the ship map, the ship map. On the ship map, you can literally spawn trap and keep the other team on team deathmatch because the spawns don't like to flip. I feel like the way they designed this game is they want everybody to feel like they can get a couple kills. So the way they design the maps and the streaks and the spawns is they're designed just like that. You will spawn, kill somebody, and then they will kill you. And when you look at the kill cam, you will see yourself kill somebody and then get killed by the same person in a 5-second span. You will watch the enemy team spawn. The other Call of Duties, the way Team Deathmatch was typically played was you would look at where you are, you would look at where your teammates are, and then you can say, okay, my enemies are going to spawn away from my teammates, right? That shit don't work on this game, all right? Once you get into the enemy team spawn, stay there. Don't move because they're going to keep spawning by you. Unless 3 of your teammates spawn near you, you are in the enemy spawn, all right? The guns ain't bad, actually. There's not enough of them, but the guns.
Fucking incendiary shotguns.
No, I mean like they're not bad weapons to use. I don't like the WAF, but I'm sure somebody in the chat loves that gun. I don't like the WAF at all. They do have the incendiary shotgun, which has no place in a multiplayer setting. But that's all I'm going to say as far as that. That's
why does it have a place in the game in general? Like,
I guess I don't know, bro. I don't know because it's annoying to get killed by that. And then it's annoying to hit somebody with a Molotov cocktail.
I was putting their work with that hole in the bed.
Yeah, you can hit somebody with a Molotov cocktail, and they can be on fire, and they can run around on fire and kill people without dying.
I don't like. I know that I feel like we say this all the time, and I could be wrong, and they'll probably say it's not true. But does it seem like the time to die is faster too? Like the time. Like I feel like I was dying like instantly.
You die fast, but I don't know if you
kill somebody.
I don't know if you kill fast, and that's what
people
said that about.
That's why I said time to die because like I feel like I die instantly with like 2 shots.
You're done.
I killed somebody.
You're done.
When I was shooting, it seemed like it was taking forever.
You are done. Okay, and then somebody asked earlier why the maps were bad. All right. Generally speaking, the maps have a flow to get people to get to the center of the map, and they usually have cover for the people that want to stay out on the outside. They usually have a building. Some of them don't have any buildings, but they usually have a building, preferably 1 story, so that people can go in there to maybe get away from kill streaks. This game doesn't have that flow, and this isn't the first time that we've seen maps like that where they didn't make sense, because Ghost had a lot of maps that they didn't fit with the way Call of Duty's played. Advanced Warfare, you know how much time we played on that, so I ain't gonna talk about that. Infinite Warfare, I heard those maps were bad too. Like, the way the maps are designed, I think the spawns could be better, but it's almost intentional for them to do that. The Market J, I've not heard him complain about a game in maybe ever. He has said, and I'm not saying it's the gospel.
He talked about like Ghost, but like not to this.
He actually liked Ghost.
He liked Ghost. He said in regards to World War II that he said, I've never played a Call of Duty where every map was bad. He feels that every map on the game is bad. He feels that every kill streak is bad. The higher the kill streak, the worse he feels it is. And I'm saying this facts. All you people with net Dumas and all that, fuck your experience, because everybody don't have net Dumas. So for you to come up in here with that bullshit talking about how good your connection is, you wrong, man. This game needs work. The party system is. You thought 2K party system was fucked up? Oh, I might have got inconvenienced.
Yo, did you see how my man just got close? Did you thought 2K?
I'm just saying. I had to send Ricky 2 invites because the first one didn't work. I wish Call of Duty's. I wish that was the only inconvenience of the party system. But what happens is when you get into a party, after matches, somebody's gonna get a black screen, and either you stay in a lobby, or if you leave a lobby, they're gonna have to reset the whole app. People get kicked. I got a weird.
Dude, they still have the issue that Black Ops 3 had when it was out.
It might be
when
worse.
it first came out, like if y'all are in the same party, it'll put you on the opposite team.
Yeah, they do that. Me and Ricky was playing earlier. They put Ricky on the other team.
Black Ops 3 did that too,
Hey,
like
look,
in the beginning.
I'm not saying the game ain't got no pros, but I'm saying if you are a person who has disliked Call of Duty for any of the reasons I said, I'm saying they in this game. Positives. I had stated a million times that if they brought out a boots on the game ground, that I would get it with no questions asked. And that's just what I did. I'm investing in a future where I'm not flying in the fucking air. So that's why I bought the game. And I'm playing it because it does have some of the things that I felt were missing from the last couple games. And it's a lot of action. And it's not always good action because of the way the spawns work. But there's a lot of it. And Black Ops 3 is still the best Call of Duty on this generation, and I said it was going to be. I said when Black Ops 3 came out that everybody's going to be playing that shit for 3 years. If you ask me, most of YouTube is going to be back on Black Ops 3 by the beginning of 2018. And if you didn't get Black Ops 3 and you think about getting World War II, I might tell you to wait and get Black Ops 3, dog. Because this right here, these people made Advanced Warfare. That should tell you something. I'm done. I don't have a lot of pros about this game, but it's fun sometimes with parties of 3 or 4.
So if I want to hear something positive, I should go to, your boy HG. No, HG. Go to his channel.
Yeah,
I might have to, bro. I'm not gonna lie to people, man. I just covered pretty much the whole experience as far as like what Call of Duty is. If you like gun on gun, if you're not worried about dying a lot, if you just want to get on and get some kills, you can do that on this game. Maybe when they do some patches, they'll improve on some of the stuff I said. But right now, today, I don't think this is necessarily the game to get people that have not liked Call of Duty for a few years. I don't think this is a game to get you back into the game. Somebody out there probably loves this game. They're going to tell me I'm crazy. But I'm just talking about my opinion, not anybody else's. If anybody disagrees with any of the stuff I said, feel free to say why in the chat. I'm done.
Are you going to buy Call of Duty next year or no?
Absolutely. It's Treyarch. Treyarch, they don't always...
Nah, B.
I don't know, fam, because every time I listen to the show, every year I hear the same things, like the things that you guys don't want to happen, and it happens still.
That's true, but I think we're going to get a boots on the ground Treyarch... Excuse me. Boots
I
on
don't
the
know,
ground,
bro.
Ground Treyarch
maybe
game.
maybe we should pass it up.
I'm
wait
getting
until...
it. I ain't get the last one. I'm getting a Treyarch game though.
I love Treyarch, but nah, they got it. I told you what I need to give me a Call of Duty again.
What was that? What exactly was it again?
Modern Warfare 2.
Me? Oh, I need a collection. I don't want no new Call of Duty game. I want a collection. I want an HD remaster or whatever collections of Modern Warfare 2, Black Ops 1, and Black Ops 2. Other than that, I'm good. I don't need no new Call of Duty. I'm good. I don't care if it's boots in the ground, up in the air. They could be in fucking space flying around. I don't give a damn. I'm not buying no new Call of Duty unless it's an older remaster. Those are the classics. Those are the best. All these newer ones, I don't care. The more that Call of Duty keeps coming out, I know y'all like this boots on the ground. I know y'all like this World War II setting, but it's going back to futuristic. It will. That has no choice. It's going to keep evolving. You're going to be flying spaceships in Call of Duty in the next 5 years, whether it be via campaign or multiplayer.
That's fucking butt.
It is, bro. But it is. But they're not. They can't keep going with modern, or they're going to keep Call of Duty. Activision is known to fuck up some shit, and people are still going to buy it. Regardless if it's going down or not, people are still going to buy it. So they're going to keep trying new shit. Like, this won't be the last time they'll bring it back again. They'll bring it back, and this won't be the last time they'll bring it to the future.
I want to say two more things. In closing, this game is definitely not good. I don't know if it's necessarily a bad Call of Duty, but it's definitely, because somebody gonna tell me
if it's not bad, then
it's not good, but it's not bad. Now, why am I saying
it's better than Infinite?
Is it better than Ghost?
Hold on, let me compare it though.
Is Lawbreakers better?
Oh God, look for this generation, it could actually be it's actually going to probably be considered by a good bit of people to be one of the better games from this generation. But what I'm going to say is, if you take
better games as in Call of Duty,
yeah,
or
Call of
just
Duty, Call of Duty,
better games overall.
No,
okay.
just Call of Duty, Call of Duty. If you like when we talk about PS4, Xbox One, Call of Duties, a lot of people might feel like this is one of the better ones. Now, but
that's not saying much. It's only been
exactly right.
Like or 3.
If we took World War II and put that against the PS3 Call of Duties, it is no question that it is going to be the worst game. And you're talking about somebody who hates Modern Warfare 3.
Yeah, but that last generation only had one bad Call of Duty.
It was more fun. I can't believe I'm saying that.
Like, I didn't like Modern Warfare 3 like that. It wasn't the best to me. Modern Warfare 2 was better. And Modern Warfare 3 got better later than it was in the beginning. But, that's not really fair, because Call of Duty last gen, there was only one bad one. And that was literally...
That's not what everybody... Hey, look, but that's not what everybody was saying at the time.
Oh, yeah, during the time, yeah. I mean, but this is Call of Duty. You know, Call of Duty had one of the most cringiest
fan bases ever
of all time.
They never liked the game until the new one came out.
They hated it. Every year they hated it. It's trash. It's garbage. They got to fit hit detection. They got to fix this, that, and the third. And then the new one come out and they go back and play the old one. It's like, yo, they didn't like Call of Duty 4 when it first came out. They didn't like Modern Warfare 2. They don't like nothing.
Look, hey, I'm just saying. Hey, Slice Shot, yo, you enjoy the game. That's great, because I know a lot of people are enjoying the fact that people are not flying in the air. But if this game wasn't boots on the ground, I would tell you the game was garbage.
I enjoy it.
Call of Duty needs to go ahead. Then this is just like a mild thing for me, but I've always thought the Call of Duty should implement some sort of map feature that we can create our own maps.
They have it on PC.
I feel like that would be cool.
I was going to say that.
They have it on PC.
Black Ops 3 has it on PC.
Black Ops 3 got it.
Oh, they need to do it on PC.
Nobody ever talks about it.
Yeah, I don't know, because PC players typically don't play Call of Duty. It has a real small community, yo. Yeah,
because on PC there's so many shooters. It's so saturated as it is. I mean, everybody's playing either Counter-Strike or PUBG now, so. Community.
Yeah, I can't wait for the person that really loves World War II and it's his favorite Call of Duty who thinks I'm crazy. That's fine. But if you started with Advanced Warfare, I expect those that started with Advanced Warfare or Ghost, I expect you to actually feel like this is one of the better games because you started with that. But if you started with Modern Warfare 2, Call of Duty 4, War.War, there is no way that you can think that this game is better than those. There's no way. There's no way. I don't know, bro. I'm just trying to give y'all all the information.
I just like how we skipped over Infinite Warfare. Niggas don't even talk about that.
Man, we don't.
What is
that? That's just like Call of Duty 3.
I mean, because you gotta think, for you to say that this is gonna be considered probably the second best this generation so far, just because Black Ops 3 is the best.
It's possible.
Well, what would you consider the worst? Because we didn't play Infinite Warfare, so we can't really say that's the worst. I didn't even watch the videos on it.
I'm gonna say it,
I didn't
bro.
play it. I can't say it's the worst. Man, I don't know how it felt.
We usually don't do that. We usually reserve our judgments for games we played as far as saying if it's the worst.
It's the least interested.
I feel like it might be the
Which is the worst?
Infinite Warfare.
Infinite Warfare is got it. I played
because I didn't play it, so I can't say it's the worst for me. But Black Ops is the only one that I enjoyed. So
Infinite Warfare had mechanical dogs. Yeah, that's just the worst.
So minus Infinite Warfare, which is the worst?
Yeah. So it'd be Advanced Warfare to me.
It had to be Advanced Warfare.
Warfare 2.
It had to be Advanced Warfare, dog.
Oh, I said Modern Warfare 2. What is this? World War 2?
No, it has to be Advanced Warfare. Has to be the. I mean, to me, Advanced Warfare was the game that really started to hurt the franchise for real for me, because the direction they went was just so. That was too much. Yeah, especially.
I don't think that it was. I don't know. I guess I'm different because I didn't think that Advanced Warfare was that trash. I just knew it wasn't for me. Like I knew that my reaction time had slowed down, and I wasn't prepared for this fast pacedness in Call of Duty. Like the way people was jumping in the air, double jumping to the left and shit like that, and killing people, and I wasn't ready for that in Call of Duty because that's more like a Lawbreakers type of game.
Right.
That's really what Advanced Warfare is. It's like a Lawbreakers type of game. It's a fast-paced, quick shooter. So I wasn't, or what else is there? Quake is like that too. So like I wasn't ready for that in Call of Duty. But I never said that the game was trash because of that. I always just said I was trash at it and it wasn't for me.
I'll say it for you, bro. I mean, some people saying Ghost. If somebody were to say Ghost, I completely understand that. I would have to say Ghost may be the most boring Call of Duty
is
ever.
Boring because of the map size. The kill streaks was super uninteresting. They got the weapons. I don't even know half of them. But Advanced Warfare, I just didn't like. I felt like shit. It wasn't even just regular strafing at this point.
It wasn't just a jumping because we like Black Ops 3. I didn't play Black Ops 3 hardcore.
Yeah, but like at Black Ops 3, they slowed it down,
but
it wasn't as impactful though.
The movement wasn't the same.
It wasn't nowhere near as impactful. Like the movement in Black Ops 3, you could stay on the ground and kill people. Advanced Warfare, you had to actually be in the air, jump around, move around. Like that game was a completely different. That's why I said it's the most revolutionary Call of Duty because it's the one that's the least like any other Call of Duty, and it still added features from people added like Black Ops took that jumping around and put it in there. So I've always said that, like regardless of how I feel about the game, it's definitely revolutionary. I just didn't like it for Call of Duty. And I feel like if that game wasn't called Call of Duty, people would have liked it.
Probably. But my issue with the issues that I usually have with Call of Duty are more mechanical issues than anything else. Or like stuff that I feel.
I mean, it also was the first Call of Duty to introduce the supply packs and supply drop ships.
Well, and I feel like when you have stuff that hurts veteran players. And I didn't even say good players. I'm just saying people that have been playing the game for a long time. When you put stuff in a game to intentionally stop them from being able to play, then I have an issue with that. That was my big issue with Modern Warfare 3. It was like, yo, y'all putting support
when
in
they
here.
Did that fucking
y'all doing that shit on purpose.
Lowered everybody that had good internet down to make it more balanced. That shit threw me off. Yo, I was like, nah, y'all got it, B.
Right.
Like, I was like, why y'all just don't do dedicated servers, B? Like they just straight up basically said, because this is during the time I had Fios. I was in the prime of my gaming career, baby. And I was like, let's go, nigga. I'm about to put in work. They was like, no. So like they would never give me the host even though I had Fios.
Nope. Having host,
but they would give
bad.
it to my boy. They would give it to my boy Beezy. I'm putting him on blast. That's my brother. I love you. But they would give it to this nigga that had like 5 up and 2 down.
That's what they would do.
Or like what? What?
You didn't want host on Modern Warfare 3. You wanted host on Black Ops 1, Modern Warfare 2. You wanted host on that. But after them games, you don't really want host. I don't know if you want host on World War 2. I'm just tired of people. And yo, Ricky, I don't know if you heard me. I don't know if I did it earlier, but I scream a lot because people come around the corner and they already shooting. There is no way. Games. It's not even, no. I know about, like, obviously, because we all, if you've been playing Call of Duty for a while.
I remember you was like, yo,
there's people that they're actually not pre-firing. You look at the kill count, it's that by the time you saw them, you weren't on their screen. I'm sorry, they weren't on your screen yet. You're on their screen before they're on yours. That's why they're shooting first. And Black Ops 2 was notorious for that. There was a lot of people that had a lot of videos showing that the camera angles were actually broken. Now people blamed it on theater mode and all that other stuff. And that
was definitely the biggest excuse. Niggas was definitely lying saying it was theater mode. Boy, it wasn't no damn
World War II is supposed to be a more simplified Call of Duty, which is what people ask for. I don't have an issue with that. But every other aspect of that game is complex. They got the bogus ass ghetto 2K neighborhood set up where you go. You don't just go to lobbies. You gotta
I've seen people running around.
Bro, you seen that shit? You gotta hit like 6 buttons to go into a game now. You gotta push L2 and then select the game mode and then push
innovation,
L2.
man, courage.
Man,
bro.
it's like, yo, we not used to that. We used to partying up and just hitting in whatever mode and we in there. Like you hitting L2, dudes is running around. Now I can see Ricky throw his supply drops down, and some people might think that's cool. I think it's cool.
Personally, I like the hub.
I told him I like it.
It's kind of like a Destiny hub.
If it didn't feel like it added more lag to the fucking game, I would feel the same way.
I doubt it does though. That's
I don't know. Thing. Something.
Because like I think the game, like what it is it's just Call of Duty. It's just Activision being too cheap to buy dedicated servers.
That's yo, thank you. They said they had dedicated servers on.
They said that in Ghost too.
They said they turned them off the first week for maintenance. Where they at?
So it's still on maintenance.
You're not going to tell me I've been playing on dedicated servers for last week, bro.
Yeah, they got it. You said 2K neighborhood.
Fucking bogus.
Yo, it's the 2K neighborhood, yo.
Like I was watching somebody, I think it's a clip or a video or something, and it's like, dude just keeps running across the street on everybody saying this shit is funny as hell, bro. Like, wild, they got it.
But with all that being said, I think, Ricky, do you have anything? I just took up the whole
shit. Hell no. You just gave him my experience. I'm you got it.
Man.
But Ricky,
I'm still playing. I enjoy playing the game.
I played it earlier. I'm going to play it again this week. Like, yeah. I'm going to be on the game. Call of Duty.
Mad at the bullshit.
It's always going to be one of those games that, like, if I hate your game, it's probably because I loved your game at one point and
you want to see it prosper.
Yeah, like Madden. I hate Madden. I mean, I love football, and Madden was real good at one point. I just haven't liked it for years. 2K, Call of Duty. These are games. If you hear me say I hate this game, I don't really. That's really the opposite because it's the same thing. When a gamer says I hate a game, it's really you love that shit. It's just
it's because you have passion for it and you just hate to see the direction that it's going in.
Like how many times you just seen your team just get shitted on, especially if you're a Browns fan. And then you're like, I fucking hate
What's
this
that?
team.
You mean a Knicks fan?
You know what I mean?
Yes,
but like,
facts.
you really love the Browns or the Knicks. You know what I'm saying? You're disappointed. You're tired of this shit. That's all.
I mean, the Knicks got it worse than the Browns, though.
Nobody has it worse.
We're the mecca of basketball. So
they do got it worse.
You saying
it's not only that because the Knicks know what it's like to have championships, so they know what it's like to be in the prime of their life and be trash. The Browns ain't never had that, bro. So they always had to look at niggas be successful.
The Browns is legit just a filler.
Yo, they always had to look at niggas be more successful than them. They don't know what it's like to go to the top.
That's facts. Yeah, that's facts.
It is. It's disrespectful.
Oh,
it's
man.
True.
Guys, I'm sorry.
Chase, right quick.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys even covered this last week or the week before last. Did you know that EA, they're considering to not do yearly releases with the sports games? Instead, they'll do like a player update.
I'll believe that when I see it. I would love to see them do that because then that would give them more time to work on their games. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I would like. That's a suggestion that a lot of people had to just do roster updates and then
we said that on the show before.
I can remember.
That's usually people's first thing. If a game comes out every year, one of people's first things is like they need to take a year off. I mean, I would like to see that. What I don't want to see is them add another studio and then say what they're going to alternate. Because that's just fucking bullshit. Yo, they be lying, dog. Talk about we got 3 active studios. They've been working on this for 3 years. And then you play the game. You like, man.
Yeah, remember the Division? 7 years in development.
Oh, what happened to that game?
I forgot what that game is. I was talking about another game.
The Division is actually, from what I hear, is actually good now. But people don't play it enough. No, yo, they got a whole bunch of modes on there. They have a whole bunch of
wait. So who's their bosses now? Guys with Supreme and Bape hoodies? I mean, get out of here with that, man.
I don't know. No, they saying the content is there now. Like, I know a couple
but
people.
But is the players there?
Nah.
No, no. There's nobody playing that shit. Content. They still haven't got me Brooklyn. Where Brooklyn at? Let's end the show, man. Thank you.
Yeah, guys. I think we're going to wrap it up here. Any outros? Anybody got anything they want to say before we leave?
Yeah, I got to respond one more time. I hear what y'all saying, Trey, and everybody else. Y'all saying the Browns got it worse. They had to watch the team get 2 Super Bowls and a new team still ass. Yeah, but imagine being from New York. New York is the most – people from New York are the most die-hard New York niggas ever. Like, there's no one else that'd be like Like, you don't be in Iowa, be like, I'm from Iowa, fam, home of the Iowa. New York will tell you they from New York no matter where, son. Like, you just dead ass be in a happy conversation talking about breakfast. You be like, nah, son, in New York, that's not how we do that shit. B word is born. They the most prideful state in the world, nigga. So there's no way in hell. New York Knicks, it's definitely work. The only thing that the Knicks got, the only thing New Yorkers have going for them is they got the Yankees. But imagine all your teams being there.
The Rangers ain't that bad, I heard.
The city of New York or the New York area has like 30 championships, though.
That's what I'm saying. But the Knicks, yeah, they got it worse. Like, the only thing Browns got, like, the only thing Cleveland got, you know what I'm saying, is they finally got LeBron. You know what I'm saying? LeBron finally got them a dub, but that's about it. Everything else trash.
Pretty much.
It's true. Facts.
All right. Well, anybody got anything else they want to add?
Nah, I'm good.
Yeah,
good show.
Thanks for coming through. We are going to catch y'all.
Hold on. One more thing.
What's up?
I want to end it by saying rest in peace again to the actress that played Boma. You know what I'm saying? Childhood.
R.I.P.
As well as I completely forget her name, brother. But the lady that was in Harlem Nights, as well as she played in Touched by an Angel.
Bella Reese.
Yeah, Bella Reese. I used to watch Touched by Angel with my grandma back in the day, as well as Harlem Nights was hilarious. So rest in peace to those two people.
Yeah, R.I.P. to both, man.
All right, guys. I'm sorry I shitted on y'all Call of Duty Dreams. I'm sure somebody wants to come on here and challenge me. It's not gonna happen. We're gonna holler at y'all next week. We are out.
Peace.